Oh, that sounds worse.
It's all good.
I think the half of it is
I'm good. I'll grab the other one. Need it?
Yeah, there's a mortar.
Cool. Sounds lovely. Yeah, quick recycle run.
I'm gonna go wipe the harness from the sack.
Also, Stephen, sorry, I couldn't find the cans.
Where'd you go?
Woolies Baxter. So I just got these two. No sugar and vanilla.
That's cool. Yeah, it's only Coles that actually have the cans.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weird.
Yeah, that's, I was telling Keith before, I also somehow chose the most bare Woolies ever. Like, they didn't have any big dares, only the little ones.
Yeah, I think Woolies have been having stocking issues.
Yeah.
Because every Woolies I've gone to have been really struggling with anything liquid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make do.
It's all good. Yeah, I've managed to find one bag of frozen peas and corn that had been mixed in the last year.
Oh,
Every
frozen
other
chips
time
are
I've
the
had like,
same, yeah.
like frozen peas and then a can of corn and then
Yeah.
drain it.
And then, yeah, mix
Weird. It's weird, but I don't like it.
So what were we discussing about acquisitions?
So, Ty has okayed it.
No, right.
We're getting the rolls.
Yeah, I thought we were just
So, and because now we've officially registered our business with the local government.
We got the SBM.
Yeah.
I figured there's got to be some sort of benefit to you paying
To all that bureaucracy.
Oh, maybe
Hey.
FBM.
Well, plus like all of the
You're in business now.
property monies that we've paid.
Taxes.
Yeah. And so I
We
don't
paid
know.
our taxes.
We pay
Okay,
taxes.
So I actually do need to know that shit.
I say we can
You're
also
not my supervisor.
we can also go in depth because it has stuff about
I like that one, Scott.
staffing your headquarters and that.
You would
Yeah.
like that one.
Oh,
You would like that quote, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like all the
Oh, my
good stuff,
supervisor.
just anything directly related to the service.
Yeah, because like for example, because we have a settlement enterprise.
Yeah.
Shut up, neck
running,
bones.
like if we staff it with what they can,
Your best fam.
Yeah.
it's $120 a month.
Can't-
Just fully
can't
staff
picture
everything
a
with
sounds-
servants and innkeepers and
Yeah, it's
whatever.
perfect.
Got my stuff for our little shed.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
so like, if we wanted
Someone
to,
tend the mushrooms.
yeah,
It's
if
an
we wanted to,
illusion,
like,
Michael.
fully staff it, yeah.
That's my job.
It's
a pretty good job, I reckon.
Someone to take
and
Yeah, that too.
someone to take jobs, a mushroom tender, a nanny, a full time,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we've got a full-time.
yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. One that's not the crazy scientist.
Well, we got
No,
one.
we
That he's focused on.
Oh, no,
We did. We hired, what's his name?
Yeah.
Old mate Rumbledore.
Yeah, not Grumbledore.
Who do we hire?
Logan Bellness.
Yeah, Dogan Wellness.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we hired a nanny. We're good on that front.
So, should I be?
So yeah, and then it'll be picking a role.
Okay.
It's now the
Yeah, what was that other obviated thing?
So, yeah, so
the DC 15 inside, I learned 3 things about him. Once per long rest. Or is that a once per preacher per long rest?
Speed man, murder, all. That is my
Yes, that's known as a
enforcer.
something like
Does
that.
it?
I don't know if there is one of them. That's kind of the obviator, which is what Keegs has got.
Yeah, obviator. We can have two.
We can have two.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, yeah, see that, or if there's something else that appeals to you.
Otherwise, there's like
Or if there's one of the other ones that appeals to you.
Cartographer.
cartographer is a cool one, like horse person, lawmonger.
I feel like
You're the occultant, are you?
either occultant or documenter, and I'm really going back and forth on them
Yeah.
because they both be pretty bad. Yeah.
Nipples.
Nah. Because they give you proficiencies and stuff. So Keegs, obviator.
Mhm.
In addition to proficiencies noted below, you can add your proficiency bonus to an ability check to make sense of an enemy's tactics, discern a hidden threat, or intimidate a foe whose weaknesses you have already assessed.
Okay.
At rank 1, you gain proficiency with the alchemist supplies.
Oh, cool.
You are also granted the use of alchemist supplies, so you get a set.
Oh, I get an atmosphere.
And you get your choice. You get your choice of one of the following: a vial of acid, a flask of alchemist's fire,
Hmm.
a vial of antitoxin, or a hunting trap.
Hunting trap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trap.
Yeah, shit, you can bet.
All right, and you also get a hunting trap. So yes, you can attempt, so as a bonus action, make a DC 15 insight check. On a success, you learn 3 details of your choice about the creature.
Yeah, and is that once per creature?
Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest.
Okay.
You can use this feature only once on any creature.
Yeah.
So it's like once you've used it on King A, you can never
Learn more things. Yeah, because otherwise just stagger up, doesn't know anything.
You also, as an action, can use your alchemist supplies to identify any unknown substance.
Yep.
This includes alchemical items, potions, or other magical substances. Once per long rest. You also get the uncommon magic item Obviator's Lenses, which is either a spyglass, a monocle, or a pair of spectacles.
Yep.
You can use a bonus action to make them function as either Eyes of Minute Seeing, which is advantage on intelligence investigation checks, or Eyes of the Eagle, advantage on wisdom perception checks. And that's all you've got at the moment.
Yep, that's good. That's cool. I love Decisionist.
Well, you can go Decisionist if you want.
But they only have one thing. Let's put this to a vote. And we get 2 votes.
And then, so pretty much but it would be good because sometimes we get bogged down trying to figure out what to do next. You could literally go, we're putting this to a vote. My option is going to win.
They get nothing else.
Yeah, so you get something you like to see. Oh, yeah, you get a musical instrument.
Oh, when I'm looking at it, it literally just says they only get let's put this to a vote.
No. So you get proficiency with a musical instrument, the horn. You get a horn, you get a voting kit, which includes ballots, a ballot box, and an I voted sticker set. And you get a coin of decisionary. This large gold coin is embezzled with the sign of your corporation as a heads and tails image that varies. And you can choose the tails image. At rank 1, whenever the members of your franchise take a vote, you can present your coin to instead cast 2 votes. Starting at rank 2, if a member of your party is absent, you gain their vote and can decide quite confidently how they would have voted. In addition, if a vote is ever taken while you are absent, you can call for a recount and add 2 votes. Also at rank 2, your coin becomes a common magic item. When you flip the coin, it always lands on the head side down, tails up, and a message appears on the tails. Roll a d4 on the following. So the message can either be something lucrative, something that boosts brand appeal, something that is indeterminate, or something that is ruinous.
Gotcha. I do like the look of Horde's person though, just because of the bag of corporate holding.
Yeah.
Because that just teleports our stuff to our head office.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
And then Kyle could part with keeping track of items. Do you do that?
Not really.
There you go. So you can start keeping track of what we have at headquarters. And
That's one of the. I currently track kills and money.
Yeah. So Horde's person is actually a really cool one.
You're sort of like a warmonger as well.
Yeah, that's.
You're a bit of all.
I was kind of I'm probably somewhere between documenter, lawmonger, and
Yeah, I'm thinking I am going to go secretarian.
Yeah, because that's like networking.
Yeah.
You'd be like
But the only thing
like
is
head of networking. And then,
yeah, I think the only kind of tricky thing is because like some of the abilities are all about like head office, right? Where it's like because I get a sending stone, but I can only talk to head office. But it's like, what would be our head office, you know?
Yeah, because in this it's like, we're in Acquisitions Incorporated, it's like you're getting a franchise.
Yeah, whereas we're our own company. So we might have to play around with some of the abilities.
I like the ocular.
Yeah,
that's kind of
Eldritch
that's, I literally, it's a spreadsheet right here.
Yeah.
Oculent.
Can it be an oculent abacus instead of an Excel spreadsheet?
Sure, I can rename it.
It's anything you want it to be.
Our occultant abacus is called Moffy's Massacre Memoir.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of torn between that or Lawmonger. Because it's also like, I was looking at
Lawmonger is really cool. A lot of them are very cool.
I was looking at Lawmonger and I was thinking, because if they get like the Whisper Jar, I was thinking that that really fits in with my like, you know how like want to get all the heads.
Yeah.
And, like it's like I'm like getting like the whispers of the dead.
Very
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Couldn't we also give a roll to write it as well?
If we wanted to,
So, like,
I mean,
we can-
he's dead. So
You need to be alive to have a roll.
When he comes back, we'll use our
We could
diamond.
make him the cartographer or something.
Or we can make him like the hordes person. He can just be our beast of burden. Oh, and there's also the living money satchel, so we can, which is pretty much party funds.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Can one of you talk?
Oh no, I cannot talk. What is talking?
It does talk. Be wonderful, yeah. Right. Yeah, the audio's a bit cooked and I'm not sure why.
Which ones?
It's just they're both picking up again.
Oh, each other.
Yeah.
Okay, open it up.
Yeah, and I'm not.
they're like overlapping sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just echo when you guys talk pretty much. Like mine sounds fine, but
If we move a bit further
yeah, I need
We need to like a bit further from each other, closer to us.
possible. Hold
Like,
on, don't
when
move
they're
that
a
one.
bit more
Give me a sec.
to the side sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's very toy. Toy like a toyga. Village people.
What's
quiet CEO.
is that weird?
Gold member.
What? Who was that teacher who made a joke along those lines?
Ooh.
There was like some random ass like old dude. He was like a substitute teacher. I remember him.
Borzamowski.
No, I remember being. It was like, oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't Twitter. It was like, what ticks on a wall?
Oh yeah, yep.
Do you remember that?
Ticky
one?
paper.
Yeah, ticky paper.
We're like, huh?
Because he kind of just said it to us
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah,
I
so
reckon one mic's not actually working.
you don't reckon?
Yeah.
We can try and plug and replug them.
You want to try like turning?
Well, is it when you talk or this side?
Like hello.
Yeah, if
We-
yeah. If we talk just on this side, and then does that sound any different?
Like, you
Does that
sound
like
distant. Like, you
Me.
sound really distant. But
Yeah, it's
so
probably
we
not
as
picking
well.
you up at all.
We sound distant as well. Like,
Okay.
maybe your mic's really not working and that one's picking us up.
Big titties.
Okay, that works.
Big titties. You're welcome, everyone at home.
That worked as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are picking us up. Maybe it's just like.
But we're still
yours
really...
is picking us up more.
No, I don't think so, but I'll.
But it just sounds like we're distant from our own
not
mics. I don't know. Maybe we all need individual microphones. You know, like a podcast, we have it right up against our mouths.
Yeah, roll. Yeah, you've got to hold it when you talk.
Yeah.
That's how they
Why don't we
do it.
just get like Beyonce mics?
Yeah. Oh, that's very ASMR. Sorry, guys. Yeah, like you sound so far away.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. It sounds like you're like in the next room in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mute your mic for a sec, maybe, and we'll see which one's picking up the most.
Which one's like it's coming through the bed?
Yeah.
So now we've got to talk a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, otherwise it doesn't work if we get recording.
Yeah, if we sit here in
Sit here in
silence.
see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, like if I talk, you probably
It- It sounds a bit better now that we turned yours off.
But we kind of need to be able to hear.
But we,
Ty.
exactly. Like it, no, I can barely hear you when you speak, but we can hear you guys still sound a little distant, but we sound alright here on this end.
Okay, so maybe we just
But there's no echo.
enunciate a bit better.
So they're not picking each other up. There's no.
So
I
maybe
think
the
his
echo is
one-
coming from
yeah.
ours.
Yeah.
His mic's picking us up a bit.
I think his mic's picking us up too much, but yours still sounds kind of distant. Even though you've moved it closer, it still sounds... Yeah.
Do we just talk like this all episode?
This is the sounds of Dungeons and Dragons.
This is the
Nurgus ASMR experience.
Oh, I lost a dice.
That's what you get.
That's what you get for trying to give the word ASMR.
Some sort of ASMR erection.
Do you reckon our head office could be like Spud?
Spadorn's our head office.
I don't know.
That'll keep him involved in
Because, for
our
example,
adventures.
otherwise I would maybe pick another role. Because, for example, like the Secretarian, a lot of their stuff is about being able to quickly sending stone someone from head office.
Well, I was kind of
He
thinking
still
about maybe
sounds
it's
kind
just
of
like
distant.
at
Like,
our
I sound
headquarters,
alright.
like, physical.
So we'd have to hire someone to maybe be there.
Well, that's what we.
I'm not.
Point the microphone.
Yeah, it
Well, that's
because of the
pretty
cord,
much-
it keeps
moving a bit, but it's pretty much like
a tiny bit more.
what like
Yeah.
that is pretty much bang.
Actually,
between
they're
the
sounding
two.
okay now.
Yeah, that's good there.
Yeah.
Because if you're sitting here and talking that way,
Yeah.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, I've got to be careful. Even if I'm trying to speak to Stephen, I've got to.
Yeah, I suspect I probably
Yeah.
do a bit of the like. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking.
put on a pretty strong noise gate on mine, so you shouldn't be getting anything on mine. The only issue is I don't want to record my voice.
Yeah, I'm happy.
So
I'm
if
happy to
you
do
talk,
that. Make
did
it
you
like
turn yours back on?
it's a thing at home.
Yeah, because mine
Okay.
was like I was looking at.
You'll hear.
Yeah, I literally just heard you from the echo in ours, I think.
Like with obviator, like it was saying, not obviator, sorry.
Mine should be pretty
It
tight,
was,
I
like-
reckon.
Yeah.
Or it was one of the other ones where you can
Yours only
basically
needs to pick
do,
you up, so-
like cast
Yeah.
augury.
Like if you can hear me over them, that's
based on,
fine.
like what head office would want, which is often
Yours-
pretty.
like,
Yeah,
yours
have to
sounds
take risks about the safety of its employees.
It's not like
versus-
not clipping if I talk quietly.
Yeah.
Time.
One sec.
Get the.
If it started clipping when you went
did?
that point, yeah. It might be better if you listen on, but you'll probably get an echo on stream. Just because I'm like 15 seconds behind on mobile.
So if I start talking fairly quiet, like, can you hear me, or is it clipping my voice? I'm whispering as my girth. You like some Ron's creamy surprise,
That was
or
fine.
yeah, no clipping there. Awesome. We could, well, hopefully we've
Creamy surprise, that was just fine. Yeah.
good. Then in that case, maybe I'll turn all this off and we can get started. Hopefully.
It's possible that these might need to be turned up a little bit, but that's just because when Carl was talking before, it was super quiet.
Okay. Turn this up.
Yeah, right. Is it picking us up like better now after we've moved things around and changed gating and whatnot?
Yeah.
Or is it still about the
Hopefully
same?
it should sound a little bit
Much
better.
better. Much better. Yeah. That sounds good now.
Awesome. And you guys are loud enough? Like comparatively to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to
Yeah.
test this by
It's
myself.
really-
I
yeah.
can't do it. Need people on all sides
yeah,
of the table
yeah,
talking
yeah,
around
yeah.
the clock. Alright.
Yeah, I think just as long as we don't talk at the same time,
Yeah.
it picks it up just fine. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we sound good.
Alright.
Sorry, fellas.
Sorry, folkies. Someone said there's a lot of male wang in the studio today. That is true of every week.
Male
There's
wang.
always,
Get used to it.
as opposed to female
Male
wang.
I want to
Yes.
see some of this female wang you guys are talking about.
Sure, there's plenty of internet for you to.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of internet that was just made for you, buddy.
There it is.
It is waiting for you.
Woman with girthy
You'll
penis.
come
Oh
back.
gosh.
You'll come back next week like Quagmire, like when he finds out. What do you mean this internet porn? I just been
I just gotta
Did you
take
get
the
the
trash
mail
out.
over there.
just been checking out some of that internet porn.
I'm gonna go back inside now.
You forget how old Quagmire is because he doesn't seem like he's like ancient.
Giggity, 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 giggity. Let's have sex.
I think Quagmire's older than him.
Is he?
I think he's yeah.
I don't know. It's a long time since I was a fan of that.
Well, either way, let's get started and play some D&D. Now, we play D&D in the same room. It's hot. And we play it because it's good fun. And we get to build a stupid story together. Although my story is great, don't you knock it. We've got the boys. This is our 32nd episode. 35th if you're Gregorian.
And Aztec,
And Mayan calendars.
Stupid. So stupid. I love it. Last time on Dungeons and Nurglings, we had Needlebark Goods and Services established, an LLC written up and all done, and our boys got some interesting rules with AC Inc. Using their rule sets for business and that sort of stuff, so that was a bit of fun. We had Thogun Belmus, a elderly dwarven fella who looks kind of grandfatherly and is going to look after the kiddies, or at least keep an eye on them once a day. For pay, for sweet, sweet cashola. The folks travelled out towards Ashara, the capital of Faladur, and they took the boat over across the Heartmain Basin, dropped off and started trekking towards Ashara. In their rest that evening, a few little devils came and tried to hunt down the devil's heart that they are currently transporting. And you bested them and left one unconscious, the spined or barbed devil, whatever they're called. Left it unconscious. Now, we retconned last time, they actually don't know common. Because I'd said some words, but then I realised, oh, they don't speak it. Gotcha. So we had to undo some understanding, which is easy to do in D&D. But either way, let's jump into it. I'm Nergy. Kincaid, Ricky, Thurid and Varys. We're ready to jump in?
Yeah.
Did they see who you were pointing to, though?
Oh, they knew. Right. Nailed it. Okay, so the unconscious barbed devil. It's a fairly slender fella. You know, human-sized, just thin and covered in wicked-looking pointy barbs.
Devilish stuff.
It hurled some firebolts at you, and you knocked it unconscious. What would you like to do with it?
Well, you've got the speaky thing.
Well, I have the cloak of tongues, meaning I can understand it,
Yeah.
but it won't be able to understand me. Unless anyone speaks infernal or abyssal or whatever they...
I can try.
Slayer comes on.
I mean, it doesn't wear clothes or anything, right? Like, it doesn't have a talisman around its neck. It's just naked and spiky.
Maybe we can play charades.
I mean, if it is a devil from the Nine Hells, I don't know if it's really going to be one to succumb to torture.
Yeah.
Also,
First word.
Why? Why you do
what's
this?
the deal?
Second word. Here. Why here?
I don't think they play charades, or at least if they do, it's a very terrible version of charades.
It's a horrible version where no one ever guesses correctly.
No.
Not a version we want to play.
Yeah. What am I thinking? Go.
Imagine
Oh,
is
no.
just charades, but nobody.
And if you lose, ask scorpions.
Could you imagine how frustrating that would be? Hell is just charades, but nobody can play it properly.
There's no answers, and everyone's terrible. Yeah, that would be pretty hellish. Yes. So, knowing that the creature does not share a language, what would you like to do?
I reckon we just kill it and move on. I don't want to waste time on it.
Yeah, look, I mean, it is a devil. Like, I don't know how cooperative. I have not had a lot of dealings.
Do we want to give it to a holy person?
Not really. What are they going to do with it?
Either.
Other than say, why would you bring this?
A devil! You're devil worshippers!
I couldn't think of a few things I do with it.
Alright, well,
I just sigh, and then I go, alright.
People start though.
Alright.
Varys like pulls out a Batista bombing through it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was...
A spectrum table appears.
He's got the ladder.
You take 3 points of piercing damage because it's covered in barbs.
That's fine.
But
Gotta take a rest.
worth
on
it.
Just elbow drop a rose bush.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we more or less finish the long rest and then...
Kincaid,
do we
can
wanna
you
have
take these out for me?
I got a boo-boo.
Like little like half moon spectacles. Get out, like,
Looks
like,
up from
like,
the paper.
like tweezers that are like this big in his massive. Actually, just his claws.
Oh!
Thanks, Daddy Kincaid.
Father, brother.
It's no longer brother.
Brother, doctor.
Daddy Kincaid. I
Doctor,
like it.
brother.
And a new name is born.
Doctor, Daddy Kincaid.
You were saying, King, sorry.
Yeah, did we want to, I don't know, have whatever kind of conversation about this now in the sense of we, as far as we're aware, we weren't really seen by anything leaving the term. No one else really knew we had it. The devils found us anyway, sort of thing. I think we should just not res Ronan. We should ride with all haste to wherever the hell we're going and get rid of this thing.
I mean,
Because
we have to
every
go-
second we've got on us, it's a liability.
Yeah,
Well, we have to go through Ashara to get there.
Yeah, we do have to go through a shower.
We can like, because the shower's kind of down and then we can follow the road up. We can literally like,
Yeah,
I mean, I
You
can
can
always
go
just
cross
go...
country.
yeah.
I could always go Res Ronan and then meet you guys up, because I can take Kez, which moves very fast.
Is Kizra alive? She
Kizra is
died.
no longer
I-
alive.
I'm going to use Fine Steed.
Oh,
Yeah,
wake
you
up in the
can
morning.
just cast it as a
Yeah,
spell.
you just cast
Oh,
it.
You're like, you know what? I want to bring it back.
yeah.
But yeah, it's more just in the sense that like we know we're going to get attacked again. We need a little bit of time to either get him some leather armor or a shield. Or
And also, yeah,
And also-
Ronan is not going anywhere.
Also, like, it would be a bit of a lull if we're like, you're back, devil.
We've resed you, and now we're going to leave this well-fortified city, well-fortified even though you died here, and take you on the road when we know we're going to get attacked by devils.
It's better
I think
fortified
we should
than
just
dry.
go drop it off, come get him 3 days later.
Yeah.
I think maybe if we really want to, when we stop in, get you to go up and cast Gentle Repose on him just so we know that it's definitely done
the
today.
The
priest
Unless-
have got him on ice.
Unless
Yeah.
we leave him with Alf, so that when we get back, he's at least had a few days, and then some of that, I guess, reviving
that.
sicknesses.
All that, we could...
Dissipated. Because
need
it's every
some
day
recovery.
he gets certain things back.
Yeah. He starts with he comes back feeling pretty weak, and it'll take like 4 or 5 long rests to. fully
So by the
recover.
time we get back, he would have had a couple long rests, so he'll be halfway there.
Do we have anyone to leave him with that he's not a,
Alf.
annoying... Does he have time to look after a child?
I mean, he's got how many servants, so...
Well, yeah.
He's not really a child,
Well,
he's
yeah.
a teenager.
Somewhat
Either
childish.
which way.
In this city, he is a child, discovering civilization.
A bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
More or less. But yeah.
I think that way, if we just revive him, then by the time we get back, we won't have to worry too much about him being a one-shot.
Still not bring him with us.
Yeah. We can just leave him there to recover.
Yeah, well, yeah. That sounds like an idea.
And maybe he can learn a bit from, Alf or whoever.
Well,
So
the dude was in combat, but...
The road north to Yinenval would be quickest from Ashara.
Yeah.
So if you were to want to travel by road, generally safer, though, devils may not use roads.
Yeah, I really don't want this to, bite us in the butt, because also, like, leaving Ronan sort of basically alone in a big city that he's going to get robbed because he's too trusting.
Well,
or,
there's Alf and Gil there, so...
Again, we know they have time to base.
Yeah, they're,
He can just...
Alf's
And
got a
then-
bit going on.
yeah, and Gil is...
Gil's going to be tagging.
Gil is Alf's sworn protector, so it'd be like, unless we had specific allies we could leave him with,
Yeah.
I'd probably...
Maybe Belch, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just leave him in the care of Belchback, come back, and he's actually just a serial killer.
He's learned well.
I think, it would be
No, we
nice
can leave him with...
to offset some of that stuff, but, like,
We can leave him with Gil, And then they can both like watch after Alf, I guess.
Or unless
'Cause
we
like-
just say, do not leave the temple. We'll pay the
Clergy.
bishop.
Priests or
Yeah, we'll pay the bishop to help him rest and
Why don't we just do
Housing.
housing feed him when we come back though?
yeah, that's right.
I feel like it's a lot of
there's no rush.
it's a lot of us having to do a whole bunch of stuff to keep him safe.
When we
at the
could
moment he's not getting any
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. And there's no, after we've dropped this off, we have no immediate pressing sort of da-da-da-da-da-da. So when we get back, we can rest him and then spend 3 days in the city while he recovers,
Yeah.
doing whatever.
I guess, yeah. How long of a travel is it from Achara to Yindervale?
You'd be about a day's travel.
I
Okay.
think we need to push out the deliverables for this project before we take on any new
Now
ones.
that's a day's travel by cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on foot, aren't we?
Well,
we had a cart.
what do we got?
You couldn't bring it on the boat.
We can try rent a car.
You did a shortcut.
Let's rent a car in Achara.
Yeah.
Could do.
Alright, so, we should finish the long rest, head to Ashara, stock up, go drop the stuff off, come back for Rowan. Yeah? That's the plan?
Yep.
Alright, let's do it.
Done.
Break.
Now,
Break, and then you can go.
yeah. Back to sleep.
Who's doing the second one?
Well, yeah.
I think it was that we go round and then you do the last half.
Well, yeah, it was more just I need just the first 4 hours,
Yeah.
let me rest, and then I'll do the rest.
Yeah, alright.
Sort
So
of thing.
I'll be second
yeah,
if
me
you're
and
then.
Okay.
I'll be second watch. Are the owls still? Or one of the owls is dead, isn't it?
One of the owls got pinged.
The other one only lasts for
An
An
hour
hour anyway, so it's the better option.
Yeah. All right. Make your perception rolls.
because my one went Vermouth.
Yeah. Finn.
Double 13, so 16 for Hermes, and then 5 for me.
Okay. The owl.
Yeah.
The owl spots a couple of wolves sort of sniffing around nearby.
Like how many?
You're not trancing. You're awake, right? Hermes could tell you that, and it would probably be, let's say, like 4.
Okay, I'm gonna use minor illusion to make the sounds of like a large bear sniffing around the air and
All right.
sort of thing, just in the woods, and see if they recognise that there's a bigger predator around.
Make a nature or deception.
Performance.
Performance.
There's a few different skills you could maybe.
You sell me on it, and I'll give you the okay.
Acrobatics.
Oh,
Let me tell you what.
Well, yeah, I don't know. They're all like it's all just +1 or +2 sort of thing. So yeah, nature. Just
Yep.
if I can accurately recall a bear that I've only heard once or twice after being on the surface world. 10.
It's a pretty average performance.
It is.
You like pop halfway through and it comes through the manner.
Still sniffing. They don't see that. You see the ears prick up, but they don't run. Maybe your Isharan bear is not so strong.
I mean, if you need a bear,
Wake Kincaid up.
Well, yeah, more or less.
Maybe just send Vin Weasel to like run off.
or just turn into a bear.
Nah, Vin Weasel.
No, that's boring. I want a weasel chase.
Anything else that's going to scare him off or anything like that?
Vin Weasel.
Yeah, alright, I'll just go over to Kincaid and shake him away.
Mm-hmm.
So, apologies, but I need your druid powers for a bit. Yeah,
What do you need?
some wolves are coming from point general direction. Just going to try and see if you could scare them off with whatever you've got.
Okay, give me a minute. And he goes back into his shell. And
Yeah, the kettle boiling.
It's gargling something.
And then he comes back out and goes, and then he like stands up and wanders over, and then he yells out in wolf, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" I can't speak with animals.
That works.
Hey, wolf in the bushes over there.
Hey, you guys! What are you doing?
Get to the chopper.
That's how it sounds. that was something that they did not expect.
You hear this wolf with a real weird accent just yelling
But
at them.
they're called out in the middle of the night, like doing the sort of stalk, slowly approaching to hear their tongue called out in the middle of the night. They sort of look at each other and they begin backing off, tails down.
Oh, that did? Don't push it.
Yes,
I like
that
the glowing
it.
bell.
That it. Yes, enough to startle them at least.
Okay, goodbye.
Excellent, that's everything you can get.
That is what I need to do.
Yeah, you
Turn off
still
the
speaking wolf when he's talking to me, I'm just...
It's late. Yeah, wait a second.
Go back to sleep.
But yeah, alright. Well, yes. Back to rest.
Back to rest. What role did you end up being? Occultant. What
And then I will burn the rest of my time playing fetch with Hermes by shooting a crossbow bolt into a tree and having him get it.
Go
and
get
bring
it.
back. Yeah.
I'll probably
We're just going to play fetch for a couple of hours.
I like it. Hey, you got to do something. Practice your aim. I mean, not the worst idea.
The thing is, you want to
Stop taking.
All right.
pick something.
The rest of your watch passes
Yeah.
with no issue.
Uneventful. Lovely.
I mean,
And let's say it's comes to morning time. Everyone's well rested.
Why not?
Have a little snooze.
Very good.
Pack up and head off.
Head to town, yep.
Yeah, we're heading to Ashara.
do we say like with the just with like the custom items that we like not the custom items but like the stuff you get from
Kind of
the
like the idea of hordes.
acquisitions and stuff?
Yeah,
we
got
say
that.
like we
But,
got that
what
along
else
with
did
the
we get?
dig
Yeah.
to the property.
When you
and
spoke
that.
to Spud.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
because
say that was, yeah.
Add proficiency
Yeah,
bonus
just
to an
make
ability check
it,
to
yeah,
negotiate
on
a
the
price for
D&D
goods and
stuff.
services.
And also,
That's
Cool.
equipment.
I like that kind of blends in a little with your mask idea.
And eventually, one you can.
Well, yeah, I was going
You can.
to...
We'll incorporate it into you.
Like, if I am going to go out and remove obstacles, it's going to be good to have a mask to do it, because it's not like I want to wear the needle bar
Also-
badge. It's like, whoa, your business burned down. No idea who did it. Wasn't me. Wasn't your direct competition.
See? Must have been an electrical fire.
Who knows? Yeah. Like, yeah, no, it's all coming together.
Okay.
I do need to find a wood... What the hell do you call them? Carpenter, I guess.
A woodman.
A woodsmith.
A woodsmith. Some sort of wood cook.
His name is
A woodpecker. Yes.
his name is Twigman.
DC 15 charisma check, you can negotiate a 50% discount.
What?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Is it on certain things or?
It just says that.
Okay. So your day of travel is relatively uneventful.
Server.
Fair bit of wildlife. Since you're traveling down to Ashara, you're somewhat close to the forest edge, and so a little bit more wildlife than you've seen previously, but nothing too ferocious. You would think the predators might hunt within the forests themselves. So yeah, nothing that causes much alarm. But we'll just say you. Oh wait, roll your flask. I forgot about your flask. It's a D20.
16.
Nope. Good. You make it towards. It would take you the entire day to walk to Ashara. So it would be nightfall by the time you reach the large, almost circular city.
If we were to try and travel at like double time, like all day, like if we were all to try and jog, that like level of exhaustion.
I'm pretty sure there's rules for that.
You because there's like normal, fast, and then slow.
It's
Slow,
harder
you can
to
be
spot
stealthy.
dangers.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like if there's an ambush, we're less likely.
We're taken by
Yeah.
surprise, pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, just
Also,
curious.
the 50% discount is only on mounts and vehicles and trade goods. So it's still pretty good. Like
That's sort of-
50% off a boat.
50% like an elephant.
$4,000.
Beautiful.
Pretty
I'm going to use Find Steed to try to pop Kezra.
Okay. So Kezra blinks back into
Are
being.
you keeping her in Alec?
Yeah, why not?
You can change it to like a warhorse or something, can't you?
Like the idea of keeping it how it appeared.
Yeah, fair.
Fair enough. Beautiful. So Kezra, boys, back into existence. Seems a little different to the previous Kezra, but not that different. Just like the markings are slightly,
I mean, when you shave a cat, the pattern comes back a bit different.
Exactly.
That does it.
And when you kill a elk, same thing happens.
Yeah.
But it comes back to life, the pattern's changed.
Yes, exactly right. Beautiful. Back into Ashara. What is your hit list? It's dusk, so most trades or shops would probably be closing. The only things open would be bars and inns.
Yeah, I
that
guess
sort of
just
stuff.
head to an inn for the night.
Yeah, because what did we want to achieve here again? We
Get a car.
get a cart to help the travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Rent a cart, basically.
Yeah.
Or do you want to try and buy one with your discount, Stephen?
We've already got a cart back at.
Your hand cart there.
Yeah, my little hand cart. You can get a full carriage.
Well, can we afford
How much is a full carriage?
50% off is all I'm hearing.
I feel like we should rent a cart for 3 days or whatever, 2 days. Day there, day
A
back.
carriage is 100 gold.
To buy.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. We can definitely do that at some point.
And, 2 horses.
That comes with 2 horses.
Does it come with 2 horses?
No.
Do you have to buy 2
2
horses?
draft horses would be another 100 gold.
Well, I mean, Kincaid horse 1, Kezra horse 2.
Yeah.
Saddle up, boyo.
I just need to rest every couple of hours.
Yeah.
You've been conscripted. Oh,
Otherwise, yeah.
what a sad turn for the cleric of death.
I don't think Kincaid would mind, honestly. There would be, he'd just be chatting to the other horse. And just be like,
Quiet down out there.
"Oh, shit on your horse.
Yeah, just immediately shit.
The horse just turns around and just says, "I'll shoot on your foot."
I wouldn't be surprised if there's transport services between the towns. Like we wouldn't have to rent
Yeah,
a
like a
car,
bus,
but more
but-
get on a taxi.
Hop on the bus.
Yeah, like the old
Yeah, when's the next bus leaving?
Maybe that could
Next
be one of our
carriage.
services.
Union Vale. Or we could corner the market
Needle
in
Park
that.
transportation services.
That's one of the services.
One of the branches.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Is it a good? It's a service.
But yeah, we'll head to
We
it
gotta
for
come.
now and we'll get dinner, drinks while we currently discuss our carriage situation.
Services.
So
A
let's say
coach
this is
cab
happening currently.
between
Yeah.
towns is an average of 3 copper per mile.
Okay, so if we just threw them like a couple silver, that's enough to get there and back.
Potentially. Or depending on what the price is.
What's
but
the
that's
mileage between Stonebreak
How many miles can you travel in a day? Oh, God.
Miles. Freaking.
let's
I would
just
say days travel.
Let's just
Yeah.
say per.
I like the
Kilometre.
day's travel better.
Yeah. Just flat rate for days travel.
That's easier. We'll just say gold for a day.
Yeah. Well, we could
Just hire one.
see if there's anyone.
Hire with horses, but you got to put down a down payment.
Okay.
2 gold pieces in case it goes missing or they die.
Okay, fair. So, alright.
So 3 gold for the day, and then 1 gold every day after.
Yeah. Do we have a driver or are we.
Yeah, we can drive it.
I can drive it.
You can drive?
Proficient in.
Also, he can speak.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can talk to
Oh,
them.
yeah, that's right. I'm not proficient at all, but I can speak to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That gives you some sort of proficiency.
If we put this baby on water, I'm proficient.
Oh yeah. Now,
Taking her off the road.
where are we going? To Beverly's, Froth and Swallow, or the Foamy Head?
Foamy head. We haven't tried that one. Have
Yeah, we haven't tried that one.
Nah. I think we just went to the Swallow every time.
Yeah. Because it was easy to rob.
the squad.
And also because of the name.
Yeah, something like that. The sit and spin.
Sit and spin. No, that's the other part of town.
Yeah.
You got to pay extra for that.
That's the Red Flame District.
Yeah. The old, the filthy, the pits has a red flame district. I love it.
Red flag.
Just 2 big red torches.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, general sort of fare
Yeah.
room, nothing fancy, 2 rooms.
Yeah, a beer, a meal, and bed.
Yep, fair enough. All right, so
Flight in tonight.
we'll say 5 silvers a room, so gold all up,
Cool.
and that gets you a meal and a meal. Beautiful.
Are you gonna rob him tonight or not?
No. Also, is this like what? This one's the foamy head.
Foamy head.
Yeah.
Wherever you wanted to stay.
Yeah, foamy head. And was this like a higher class establishment? Was it?
No, it's the Bay.
What was it? So it was the pits, the tink, the Bay's the third room.
No, the Bay as in the place in Mornington.
Oh.
Not a high class
I
establishment.
see. But yeah, so it's in this, like it's in the tink, located in the tink as well, or
Yep, in the Tink.
okay.
And then you've got the Loom and the Veil.
Sorry, Ty, I just bumped the camera. Do you want to
You son of a...
check that I didn't move it? It's still on, but I just don't want to.
Well, you are.
Thank you for letting me know.
Sorry, yeah.
How could you?
How dare you?
All right. The tailor was still missing, so there's
Yeah, I know.
We can go check and see if the tail's arrived.
Well, yeah, we can go check and see if the tailor's just turned up. If we're that lucky.
No, actually, looks okay.
Looks good. Alright, cool.
However, this one.
Yes.
That's me.
That's me.
All right.
Right home.
Off we go then.
Okay, so yeah, we'll check in with Montclair, see if the tailor's turned up. If
Yeah,
not, we'll just
So how much does it cost?
Too much to not get it.
$1 gold for the night at the tavern for all of us, and then it's going to be $3 gold for the carriage
And horses.
and horses, and then $1 gold per day after that. We get 2 of that and
So hang on,
back
$1
as
gold
deposit or something. No, it's just $3 gold. And
$1
then
for the-
3 gold for a day, you'll get your 2 back at the end of
okay,
it.
we do get 2 back again.
Cool, cool.
Yeah,
lodging at
assuming it's in
Swallow.
one piece.
No, wait, did we do
Foamy
it
head.
or did we?
Yeah, the foamy head.
Yes.
And then 3 gold on the carpet.
Also when you caved in the barbed devil, it also went to ash.
Mm.
Like not immediately, like it, and then
And then-
it just slowly
Withered down into.
soft little flame as it. Nothing left.
And it's the 8th.
Damn.
Yes. Yep. It was the 7th. It fell with the 7th yesterday.
Yeah, today is Hjorda, the 8th of Nailus. Your Read the Guild feature is pretty cool.
Beautiful.
It is. It's a
Roll
little
for your flask again.
Mini bard against Bo.
Yeah.
It's an 11.
Okay. Still wine.
Right on.
Yeah,
What does
I
he
like
have
to
to
think
roll
that
to
you give
change
it a little taster every morning.
Yeah, just a drop on the tongue.
No, still wine.
Not my mayonnaise again.
It's not battery acid. That's okay.
And we got the cart and horses for a day.
Yes,
we've got,
and it's like
we've got them for a day
we
and a
pay-
gold per day.
Yeah, one
After
gold
the
for
weekend.
every day.
And then we get
Hitherto.
Like-
then we get 2 gold back when we return them in good nick.
If. When/if.
If.
So
Um,
pay 3 up front, and then it'll
one
be,
per.
and that's a day.
Yep.
And then every other day is 1, and then also 2 back, and then you just work that out at the end.
Where the 3 is like
We put in
first
3,
day
and we may or
security
may
deposit.
we'll either get some back or owe more, depending on how many days.
I'm sorry, I brought back 1.5 horses.
Yeah. And a third
Take it out of my bond.
The half talks. So
It's the pooping half, and the non-pooping half. So have I saved you money?
It's a win-win.
no, it's the pooping half because so it doesn't eat anything now. So
How does it talk?
Don't you want to know?
Yeah, that's for you to discover on your own time.
sign language of this,
Obviously.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, Ashara would be a lot quieter than when you saw it last.
Wow.
Last,
On the account of a lot of people being dead.
also that, but more festivities like that.
Oh.
There aren't carts and stalls everywhere.
I'm gonna walk over to the sewers, like to the grate above Belchbag's lair, and drop the pie down.
Okay, so there's not like a clear like
Yeah, but
drop to him.
Wasn't there a grate like going up? Like
There,
his main
there
room?
are sewer like dumps that will feed out into the sewers.
I remember you saying that there was like you could see up like a bit of the light
Oh.
through like a grate in the sewer into
That-
his throne room.
Thinking about that would be a terrible idea for a place to like have a hideout. If there was a great like,
Like some kid
ah,
drops a dollar. He's like, hey, the most wanted criminal.
I found him. So it would be like not a direct route to him, but you would see some light through a pipe or something like that.
Yeah, just something to put the pie down. To
Okay.
Belchbag's thing is because I
Just drop a pie in the sewer. He'll get it.
He probably
For
will. do.
belch
Probably
bag.
will.
Yeah, I just
Belchbag.
write a note. For Belchbag, so didn't kill that guy. Enjoy Peeper's pie.
All right. You put it on a little paper sailboat or something.
Yeah.
Just float it down.
Yeah, with a little
Okay.
paper,
Okay,
origami
okay.
paper, what's it called, sailor's hat on the top.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Cool. The Montpois.
Yeah, let's go to Monty's.
Yep. So we've rested at the foamy head.
Mhm.
So today is now Merida the 9th of Naos.
Merida. Did you say Hirda before?
Yep, Hirda was when we arrived in Ashara. Then we
was
slept
Felda.
at the...
It was your travel too?
No,
That
so
was on Felda.
Felda was the night during our long rest to end Felda. We were attacked by the devils.
Yep.
We went back to sleep, woke up, and travelled to Ashara on the 8th.
Yep.
Arrived at Ashara on the 8th, slept at the foamy head. It's now the 9th.
Beautiful.
This man.
I'm on it. I'm the calendar man.
He is the calendar man.
You can be the
Real
calendographer.
powers.
Yeah. And I use the Gregorian calendar. None of that.
Like
Mayan
you
superior.
should.
Obviously correct. Old school is best school of timekeeping and calendars.
Oh, look, it's one claw until bedtime. Is that about right?
That was good.
Beautiful.
Give you
Hey,
inspiration, Ty.
thank you. I shall. I shall. A D20 of inspiration. How very kind. Okay.
Can add to damage.
And the attack roll
Yeah.
for that damage.
Okay. So you rustle up a cart. To land, you get 2 solid-looking horsies, and heading north towards Yindenvale.
We just want to
go to
stop at
Monty's
Montpois
first.
first.
Okay. Yep. What day is it? Sorry. Merida.
Merida the 9th.
Merida.
Okay. Yep. Let me roll some dice. Let me go back to my. There we go.
Rivets.
Rabbits.
Revets.
Revets.
You remember what it stands for?
Nope.
Without looking at your book.
Rosalorius is
Oh gosh, it got worse.
Eldritch. Velociraptor.
inventory train.
There you go.
There was going to be inspiration if you remembered, but that's okay.
Did we get any of those correct?
Considering you butchered the name, no.
Ralzarius?
Ralosaurus.
I've written it down so many times.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like
It's not in here.
It's just not happening.
That's okay. It's eccentricities, invaluables, valuables, and trinkets. Is what it stands for. So heading in there.
Wait, valuables is there twice?
Valuables, invaluables.
Oh, jeez.
Heading in. Remembering the rules.
No magic.
Wasn't me the problem.
Yeah, I know.
Don't look at me.
You're
I
like,
remembered both times.
Kincaid.
Kincaid,
Yeah.
remember?
Don't make me tap the sign.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That
I
shit
tapped
ain't
the
good.
sign.
Beshalovsky does not exist in this building, alright?
He's everywhere.
He's inside you.
Not in this building, he isn't.
So
He never lives.
you head through the sort of buffer chamber and inside, and into the same dusty interior.
I don't.
I know.
Montpois has upgraded his security system.
Even now thinking about it.
A giant stone cannon on the wall slowly rotates.
Big whack-a-mole.
Plop. So you see the same funny little fella dusting away, and Montpois, fingers steepled, at the counter. Oh, hello, welcome back. How can I help?
Good day, Monty. Is Taylor alive?
I haven't the faintest of what you.
Well, when we came in, we asked about getting the glamour weave cloaks made, that sort of thing. You did look into it for us, you gave us a quote, but then you said the tailor went missing. Has he turned up?
During the attack. When the attack only shot from the giant frogs, that we killed all the golden ones.
Like 7 of them.
Have you got a name? Or a receipt of some kind?
Needle bark, good to see you.
We do have a
do
receipt. We do have receipts, and I give him the receipt.
Thank you. And he takes his sweet time.
Yeah, just look around the shop, see if there's anything new.
You wander. There's some things.
Yeah, we don't browse.
Oh yeah, we have more money now.
Oh, money!
Gambler's dice or whatever they were.
I walk up to the goblin guy cleaning it. Mate, I think you missed a spot.
I've always missed the spot. Never clean in here. Can't use magic to clean it. That's so true.
World of magic has to dust.
Has to dust. Right. Oh, yes. Yes, I did find the tailor. And he has completed
Oh, huzzah.
your uniforms, was it?
Cloaks, travelling cloaks, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, travelling cloaks with the
Glamourwing on the inside.
on the inside. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe there were 5 of them.
I have 4.
That's definitely a 5 there.
I don't think so.
Paperwork doesn't lie.
4, and then like 4 written out the words.
4 brackets. 4.
Yeah.
And was payment done?
Yes.
Yeah, mate. Already paid it on the spot.
I believe so. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
we paid him on complete. Or well, it was because you subcontract and sort of thing. I think we paid you. You paid him.
You've got the receipt right there, mate. You should know.
Yes, I
Well,
was just
it's
finding
fine.
it.
Yes, we commissioned 4 glamour with travel clocks for 35 gold on the 19th of York.
There we go.
Excellent. Somebody keeps measure of things.
Someone you appreciate this.
I will be
Well,
back.
Half moon.
well, as you can see,
I will be back with most haste. He goes back into the back room. Slowly shuffles off. Make an insight check.
not pleasure lost me.
9.
Did it cross your mind?
Boy did it.
Boy, you did it.
He doesn't need it.
24.
Okay.
14.
Given the demeanour and reception of Montpois, someone tread on his nerves, is what you gather from his behaviour.
I don't think he likes it when you call him Monty.
It's Monty, mate, not Monty.
I don't think he likes that either. What is his surname?
Ooh.
Belengard.
Belengard.
Oh, there you go.
Bellend.
And Montpois was his name. It's not like Monsieur.
No. His name is Montpois.
Montpois.
Spell it however you can.
What would like Mr. or Monsieur or like what would be the appropriate honorific?
Never been to Yindervale. You have no idea.
But I've been to Ashara.
Yeah, that's not where he's from.
Yeah, but he's in Ashara.
That's true. You can try anything you would like.
Signor. Hello, Signor Montpois.
It takes him about 20 minutes in the back. You start just waiting.
We have a schedule.
Little goblins dusting away. He finally comes out with a big bundled package, waxed paper, tied together. I believe this is after. And it looks like a fairly light package. Hopefully what you're after.
Oh,
Lovely.
you Mr. Belengard.
Throw it on the ground, the goblin.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember what colour you actually requested.
I think we went for black, so it was
Black
like
on the
it wouldn't-
outside?
Yeah, on the outside, so it wouldn't like give away stealthy stuff. But then the inner
Didn't it have like the symbol?
Yeah,
Like,
we had our
marketing services.
crest.
You had the symbol somewhere.
embroidered in it,
Yeah.
maybe it's like on a lapel,
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
like. On
So,
the, on
are
the
you
clasp.
thinking clasp around or like attached to something? However you've said, that's what.
Well, I feel like we would probably both like individually. They don't have to be identical.
Yeah.
You know, some of them might be all one piece. Some of them might need like a cloak pin.
Yep.
I want
Yeah,
a cloak pin.
I've probably got a cloak pin with
Okay.
the symbol, like
Beautiful.
needle bar.
Yeah.
is the
Maybe-
pin.
maybe that's
the
what we'll
shield
do.
is the pin.
I like it.
we all get a like cloak pin done.
Yeah, sure.
Is it? Yeah.
Because I can just take that off when I need to.
Oh well, yeah. You've
We'll
got
just-
stuff glintering on you anyway. Like it's not gonna.
Muddy it
Because
up a
the
bit.
outside of the cloak is still black, but then
The inside you can
More
activate.
like the dropping something with our name on it at a crime scene.
oh yeah, yeah.
Sense of things, like take it
Yeah.
off when I need.
Yeah, the inside is like the
glamour weave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
does something.
So
it's
it's
look like
it's
anything
not
on
mother of
filament.
pearl. It's not like super bright
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shiny.
yeah.
It's something that you activate.
Yeah.
And what was your question, sorry?
Oh, that was kind of like,
Okay.
yeah, what does it look like dormant?
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. It's a dull sort of muddy
Okay.
greyish brown sort of color.
A little bit of a silky sheen.
Yeah, in the light it completely different, but in the dark it doesn't reflect anything.
Super. Thank you very much, Dean Monpoir. Just a quick question: have you had any
very
interesting
welcome.
additions to the inventory while we were away?
Yes, I had a had a interesting sword brought in. They called it Shatterspike.
Ooh, tell me more.
It appears to be made from the rib cage of a griffin.
I heard their eggs are very tasty.
And they said that you could crush rocks with it. So,
That's a very sturdy weapon.
Is it like a short sword or?
Yeah. What?
yeah, it would count as a short sword.
How much was this short sword?
That would be 500 gold pieces.
Oh yeah. I mean, sounds like a
55.
nice piece
Yes.
with a name like that.
Oh, and
That's what I have done.
Monsieur Monpoir.
Oh, yes.
Not Monty.
It's Monty, or not Monty. I know where you got Monty from, mate.
That was out of character for sure. Yes.
Now, we've got this ring here. It is magical. It worked once, and now it just doesn't.
It's not cursed.
It's not cursed.
Before he takes it.
Not cursed.
On the table, please. Slide it across to him. Pulls on some gloves.
You can put it on any appendage and not get possessed. It's all good.
And what is your question? Remembering this is a service.
It stopped working. Want to know where the magic's going? How do we, if we can like recharge it or something?
I can take a payment and we can put that on our list to identify and
Yeah. How much?
investigate for you. What was the going rate before? For your mask and hammer?
It was like a gold or two.
To appraise something.
Yeah, I think it was one gold.
It was a couple.
I didn't write it down. Why would I write
Well,
things
the
down?
mask especially had to outside contract that one.
Identify.
That was to decurse, yes.
The Brevet's appraisal.
Yep.
Was 1 gold, 3 silver.
Okay.
And then to identify and also decurse the Warhammer, we paid him 3 also to do that. And then
So
we also
we'll say
bought
just
the
a-
mystery key.
This is more
1 and 3, I guess. This is a identify and,
recharge it.
if possible,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. So we can put that on the books if you'd like.
How much?
1 gold and 5 silver pieces.
I will give him 1 gold and 5 silver pieces.
Thank you for your patronage.
Nah, just give it from my own pocket.
And he notes it down, gives you a writ. So he has your ring. ID.
Receipt for ring fix in service.
Question mark?
Yeah, just give it to Kincaid to put with all the other files.
Mm-hmm.
Documents. Lovely. Anything else?
No, not nothing on the mind really.
Do you have anything that needs to go to the Relozeri? What do you call the group of Reloceros? It's Reloceruses, Relozeri.
Rhinoceros estate.
I thought you said rhinoceros. I was like, what do you call that?
Rhinoceroses.
Is it a crash? Crash of rhinos? Something like that. The Reloceros family, yeah.
Because we're heading up to their estate. You know, if you need anything to be delivered to them,
Oh, they have their own shipping. Organised thing.
we are needed by goods and services.
Well, if you do need something transported, Kincaid, a card, please.
Ricky's got
He will produce a card and hand it to me.
Yes, my new thing. I just can produce business cards.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
With,
gee,
with
well, there
all
we go.
now,
That's
with all
everything.
now.
logo on
You
it.
have-
Also current sales brochures on what we're offering with prices like travel and goods
a spread of
Yeah.
all
Don't
the
clutter on his
brochures.
desk too much.
Oh no, I clutter.
Oh, I clutter.
Oh, I would like to roll to clutter.
Make a cluttering roll.
1. So it actually goes really well.
Fly
Yes.
everywhere.
You can't help but array them neatly and beautifully to make it look good. And he's sort of
bad. It's like a t-shirt cannon.
No,
of,
he's-
of like
he's trying to clutter them, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Latent
But I'm like,
OCD.
well, I really don't want to like
Just-
dissuade any business.
Yeah, this is our brand. Oh, lovely.
so much to the graphic designers for this logo.
If we ever need any other transport, what is it? That just says services.
Yeah. Anything.
So if I have a wart that needs lancing,
We do have Dr. Brother Kincaid, and our discretion is your.
We're working on the
Yeah.
the
discretion is
We're
yours.
workshopping it.
Our discretion is your
Business.
prize.
Ricky's-
Guarantee.
Ricky starts
Just say the
toying with
word
his
guarantee
beard.
somewhere. We guarantee you'll be
I won't
guaranteed
tell
discretion.
anybody about your warty.
Your business is our business.
I would work on that pitch,
So,
but thank you for the offer. I will keep it in mind.
indeed. All right. Well, if all goes well, we'll see you again sometime soon. Hopefully, to
Yeah.
buy some things.
Now, when it produces your things, does it produce them magically?
It's a magic item, but it's basically it just has storage of
I'll let it pass because it's not like a spell you cast.
yeah. It just
yeah.
holds organized notes, brochures, business cards bearing your contact info.
It's like a bag of pamphlet holding.
An
Yeah.
inexhaustible supply of brochures related to your business's current brand
That's
scheme.
fine. That's fine. You don't have to like say open sesame and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
but,
a card.
But also really cool. When you meet someone for the first time, their details and a rough sketch are magically stored on a small parchment card inside.
ooh.
That's
What's,
very handy for impersonations.
So like a police sketch sort of.
Yeah, and like here's their name and like I don't know.
That's cool.
As soon as they tell us, and
General
when we
appearance.
meet them in general.
I'd imagine it's like
When they tell
what
us
details
things.
they tell us. Kind of this gets recorded
Keeps it.
and a
Cool.
little sketch.
That's cool.
All right. So you head on out from Revitz.
So I guess you have to keep track of every
Yeah.
single.
Well, we've started on the word anvil, so that's good. But yeah,
Yeah.
Where are we heading?
Yinrendale, yeah.
Off to the Yind.
Yinden yonder.
Believe we're done in town, yeah?
Is there anything else we need to do?
I don't think so.
We'll be back in a couple of days.
Yeah, we're back in like
Okay,
2 days.
run.
Yeah, this is just a run.
Do you want to contact Alf and see if, like, what he's up to? Didn't we?
Situation normal, see if the king's passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if
Hey, how's
everything's
your
all
dad and
gravy.
his scoliosis?
Any more golden grung on the horizon? Cheers.
How's Gil and his bald head?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll cast sending to Alphinus.
Mm-hmm.
Aximand, if you're nasty.
Aximus.
Aximus.
Aximand was his.
his.
Axeman was my father.
Yeah, I just one of the greats.
No, just
Oh, yeah, he was
grand.
Just grandfather.
he was Alpinus.
Alphinus, and then now he's Aximus.
He's Aximus, Exodor, Aximand.
Axidor, yeah. Yeah, I'll just
Alpinus in the streets. Aximus.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
I just needed to make that joke. I
Yeah.
don't remember his actual name.
That's okay.
I'll just sending. Hey Alf, how's everything going after the attack? Are you all well?
We're in town.
Well, yeah, we're in town quickly. Back in a few days if you want to catch up.
You get a reply back, somewhat strained. Oh, hi Ricky. Just started my training. It's pretty full on. Maybe I'll see you when you're back. I haven't got much spare right now, but say hi to the fellas.
Alf says hi.
Hi, Alf.
You can't hear
You
you.
want me to send him again?
No,
Just then you get through it.
Zerun said hi.
Baron says hi. Brother Dr. Kincaid says
Also,
hi.
give Gil a kiss on his bald head for us.
Beautiful. Onward.
Yup.
Onward to Yindvale. So you're heading north out of Ashara. Up the side you've been to before. The gates again, quite well manned. After the incident of Yida, it is very well manned these days. You see guards interspersed along the wall, on top of and behind, and you see more of a active presence around the gates themselves. So, as on high alert as they can be, considering the amount of dead that you saw, and you can assume that happened. But there's no issues leaving. You're all worded up. You've got that document from Alf, I believe.
Yeah,
It's something.
Just like
Some sort of thing.
Rich of us being
Working
Signed
for
letter
them.
of writ from Maximus, his
boys.
and from the palace, and marks us as representation of the AUS in waiting.
Yeah. And it's got a nice little signature of Kavia's with a wax seal to sort of certify it from the guard's point of view.
nice.
So you head out and you head north. Now, heading north from Ashara, it goes into quite nice country, to be honest. It's lush and green.
Is it like the Shire?
Hold on, this is a little... Wait, this might be happy enough. It's heading into what looks like wine country almost.
Sorry,
So
Radelaide.
rolling hills and, small lakes and vineyards and that sort of stuff. And yeah, you head north. It'll take you a full day's travel, but there's really only one road north because Vale's the only point up this way, other than
Is it very like?
there's really not much else
Is
north
it very
of
like clear? No, like big mountain things on the side.
No.
And it's just rolling hills all the way there.
Yeah, the way that you're traveling is heading towards a large mountain range,
Yeah.
as you can see on the map. North of that lake is quite mountainous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll.
So Vale's like here.
Ah, yep. The Vale itself is quite large.
Nothing happened, like, while we had our rest in Ashara.
No. Nothing happened while you were resting in Ashara. Get back to where I was meant to be. And in your travel study, Kincaid, reading over the notes from Oshivish.
One of the books.
Yep. I assume just sort of picking one apart at a
I
time.
probably just gone through this. I think we said I didn't really have time to start studying them, but I went categorized them. Probably put like sticky notes and stuff.
Yep, which is what I've started doing for you.
Like tabbing out the
Yep.
start
But
at the beginning. And
the first book that you're coming across, and just to give you I'll give you a brief summary. The first book that you come across is somewhat of you would liken it to a thesis. So like this is my goal, this is what I want to prove or
aims,
disprove,
the hypothesis,
all that crap.
Yeah.
But it intrigues you because it's to do with undeath in a way, and so there's citing of necromancers in history, most of which you've heard of because they usually come from Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So there's a few notable names that you recognise, that sort of stuff, but it's more just an outlining of what it's obviously the oldest document too. It's what she has set out to achieve or accomplish or learn.
Is what she set out to achieve, accomplish what we already know about mucking around with the heart, grafting it, doing...
The heart
to
wasn't
create.
part of it initially.
Okay.
The heart wasn't in the thesis at all.
What was her initial thesis?
She was more just investigating, necromancy to see if it's truly evil or if it's just a way to bypass life, basically.
Does it say when she encountered the heart?
He would have to keep reading.
It's not in this book, huh? Yeah. So it's investigation of undeath.
Yep.
So is it more...
Started out quite innocent.
Yeah, from what you get, it's purely from a scientific point of view. Like, can death be bypassed?
Yeah.
Is the general summary.
Yeah.
But
Like, how
I'll
does it
keep
work?
giving you updates on each one that you read to give you more insights into what she's actually discovered or how she's done what she's done. Is that happy times?
Certainly.
Cool. I didn't just want to text you a big
Yeah,
dump
yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I think this is a nicer way to
Yeah,
you're slowly
sure.
reading through and
Yeah.
making your own notes, probably. This is how the BBEG starts, guys.
You are now in the presence of Grandfather.
Take away his belt and then put him in a dark room.
He can't see in the dark. He's an
Watching
idiot.
from the top of a long flight of stairs.
Oh, he's got a 6-foot neck. You got to watch out for that ridge.
A very long flight of stairs.
So your travel passes without issue. The road is quite nice, and
Do we pass many people?
there are a few little settlements, like because you're sort of traveling somewhat along the coastline. A bit.
Yeah.
There's a few like spots where people have little fishing villages and that sort of stuff. Nothing big enough for like a mark on the
Yeah,
map.
yeah.
But you do see there's people populating the area. But yeah, as you get towards Yinden Vale itself, which is pretty much parallel with that lake.
Yeah, we said it's like between the lake and the sea, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the general heart of it.
Yep.
Quite a large area, though.
Do you want me to add a little?
Well, that is what the map is for.
Yeah.
As you guys explore it, you can fill it in. Who's the mapumancer?
Well, there is a cartographer role, but no one took it.
Yeah.
I guess you'll have to wear 2 hats.
How do you spell Yinden Vale?
Yinden Vale. Vale.
I've been doing it right.
Yinden Vale.
It's not Elvish. It's not like Yndin. E. With a thing.
Elvish is basically just Welsh.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Can I have my chalky milk, actually? I'm about ready for a big M.
Could I
We're sponsored by it.
Not sponsored yet.
Yeah, can you chuck us a can as well?
I think drinks
On
break.
It's up there as well. The
What?
no, that is Keats's other dare.
It should be sharp.
Oh, you on the triple first?
Yeah.
Nice. It was sitting there all week and I was like, it'll kill me. I don't want it. As much as I want it, I don't want it.
You always wanted to think?
I'll have a cock.
Has he got his own?
2 cocks.
2 cocks.
Thanks, love. Thanks, cock.
Cheers.
Thanks, cock.
I feel like older generations say that, and it's just it's a bit odd.
I've never
say
heard anybody
what?
say that before.
Yeah,
Is that like a really bogan
I've
thing?
never heard that.
I have definitely heard.
Never
that.
in my life.
Is
Maybe
it
it's
a Tassie thing?
It's a
Maybe it
Tassie
might be a
thing.
Tassie thing.
Thanks, cock.
Thanks, cock.
Nope. Cob. Yeah.
Yeah, cheers, cobber.
Cheese cover.
Nah.
Cobber.
Cheese
Nah, it's
cover.
cock.
Definitely COQ.
Them's the one.
I approve.
It's a real thing, guys. Not going crazy.
I believe.
Because it's a fun thing to say. Thanks, cock.
Okay, I love cock.
Excellent.
Nice cock.
Nice cock.
That just makes me think of Arrested Development. Chachi, coca, coca. The Job.
Job.
Or like all of them have the wrong sound for a chicken. If you remember that. Anyway,
What a good show.
moving on. So you head into the rolling hills of Yinden Vale. And you see a lot of vineyards. They're pretty staple in this region. And Yinden berries are what they use to create their wines. Kind of what they're known for.
Collect a bunch.
Well,
Absolutely.
before you do so, take heed. This is private property. Like any of the
Oh, it's actual vineyards.
yeah, it's actual vineyards. It's not just like growing plants all around the place. There's money in it. So they would be on private property.
Do we pass those signs where it's like grape
Trespassers.
material is
Oh,
prohibited
yeah.
passing?
Yeah, fruit flies and blah blah blah.
Can we step on our own grapes here? Is that like a thing that they do?
Oh, I'm
no,
sure they would.
I tripped
You'll
and
have
fell
to
into
find out
this,
in the
like,
end.
Good
Yinden
old
berry
toe
bush.
jam.
And they all fell
Oh,
off.
toenail
into
came
my
off.
bag.
I would for sure, if we pass, if a like
Yinden bush.
if a Yinden bush passes close enough to the road, I would for sure pick a berry off and try it.
Yep. There would be some, but the fruits that they produce aren't tended. They're not,
Right, okay.
they wouldn't be as good as they should be. Still tasty.
Still alright.
Somewhat tart, though, these ones. You're not sure what the normal ones taste like. You might have had Yiddish wine, though.
Yeah, probably at some point.
Yeah,
Yinden
it is
wine?
definitely not tart. So they do something in the process.
Does everything there start with Yinden?
Yes, I'll have the Yinden steak, please.
berries.
I have been told that these two are echoing badly and sound far away.
Okay, why?
What has changed?
I thought you said it sounded great.
It did sound good before, but what changed?
Something.
Are we being picked up by one of the other mics?
Yeah, it's probably that.
I don't
It's
know.
probably talking at the same time.
And we need a filter. Just pop one over there. I don't know.
Nothing for you.
Hard to do. We've just got to watch talking over each other, I
Here
guess.
we go. We got a barrier.
Oh, perfect.
That'll keep them out.
Keep all the sounds out.
Done and done.
All the Yinden waves staying away. So you walk past some Yinden houses, some beautiful Yindish fences.
My Yinden.
Yinden like Woodfell.
The farmer's just sort of like... just like, what?
How go your Yinden crops?
How are those
the Yinden lambs are looking fat.
how your little Yindens doing?
You are HIV Yinden.
Oh, God.
One Yinden of your finest Yinden ale. Barkeep.
How much will that be? 1 Yinden.
Oh, no.
There's
All right.
a different currency here.
How much is that in Yindens?
Oh, no. A big old meteor comes and wipes out the whole valley.
The entire continent of Falder is destroyed.
It's a real shame, but oh well.
Apocalypse
As soon as I heard Yinden berries, I was like, oh no. What have you done to me?
Okay, moving past that. If I could take inspiration from you, I would. Okay,
Roll 1d4 negative next time you roll.
I think that must be it. Because you guys, like, when you face that way, you're speaking, like, right at that.
Yeah, but apparently they're all the only ones echoing.
That's weird.
But
Either
That's alright. Well, we can
way.
figure
Yep.
that out.
I was
Nailed
told, especially homeboy in a white shirt and purple shirt.
Okay.
Homeboy.
Who's wearing white?
White?
Yes, episode 32. And it's still just homeboy.
Real far away. I got no idea. I have no idea. Oh well.
Beyonce mics.
Next session.
Yep. If you guys can pony up the dough, I will get some sweet ass marks and it'll sound like
Little
magic.
Clip lapel.
We did them.
We
They
had
were
them,
painful.
Yeah.
They
They
didn't
were a
work.
pain in
Yeah,
the
they
ass.
they just didn't work too
They're
well.
super expensive. But for good.
Someone just sent us $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like one mic.
Just $1,000. Make it 10.
Just
I'd say $1,000 so we can get like the Shure.
If we're just
mic
getting
things.
free money.
Yeah.
And
make
those
a good
ones will,
point.
Like, have the boom arms and we'll have to like hold them as we talk into them every time.
No, I'm telling you, we just get a sound team. Someone standing behind each pair with a boom mic.
Why didn't I think of that?
genius. Leash and Mel are right up there. Okay. So heading into Yindenvale.
Yeah.
The sort of centre of the district is kind of, think somewhat Hobbiton. Like, it's all fairly lush and green and
Lots of Yinden holes.
lots of Yinden people. You see there's a few houses and buildings clustered together in the central area. Clustered around a old fountain. There's all those sorts of fancy things. This is how you can tell it's a fancy place. An art gallery. A distillery.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, plenty of vineyards. This way to this vineyard. This way to that vineyard. Like, lots of quaint signposts and that sort of stuff.
Are we in like rural France right now?
Somewhat.
In Champagne.
Yeah. Yinden pain.
I was waiting for it.
I am in Yinden.
I was about to say that too. I am in Yinden pain right now. So, what would you like to do in Yindenvale?
Should we ask for directions to the Rolls-Royce thing? Get this sorted sooner the better.
Yeah, so we're not bringing more devils down upon us.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then we can hit up a bar on the way out.
Okay.
Does it look obvious like where the manor is, or should we just ask around for directions?
Just wondering what that camera would see with the paper like
Oh.
the paper like in the way.
Well, I've got direct.
Okay, so
to
we'll
it sort of thing. And
hopefully not block.
but it does. So.
That's good. That's good. You guys project into your mic better.
Yes.
Better than that.
Echo, we're projecting too well.
Oh, he
I'm
said,
getting Johnny Depp in court. Every time he just lays it to the mic.
hello.
We need to project less so it doesn't get picked up by whichever one.
Stop being
is
so
making its echo.
deep and baritone-y.
Getting more omnidirectional.
So you come across a sort of signpost looking for, directions. There's a vineyard called the Golden Apple. There's a sign that points to something called Hillcrest.
That's something.
Oh,
What?
Nipples.
Nipples.
Is what that thing said.
a passing lady just says
juicy.
nipples.
It was too sweet.
Yeah.
49 months.
49
Wow.
Tusi. Thanks, babe. 49 months.
There's Tusi Vineyard. There's
Yeah.
a sign.
Oh, there's Sir Toosington's vineyard. Underscore nipples. And that place sounds like it goes off on a Friday night. Sorry, on a Vada. And thank you, Toosie. I appreciate you. Cheers. Cheers, Cobb. Hope you're well.
Cheers, cock.
Cheers, Carl. Cheers, Carl.
Sir Toosington's nipple yard.
And what do they grow at Sir Toosington's nipple yard? Is it Yindens?
Yindens.
You just know it's Yindens. So there's a distillery called the Quivering Compass. Because when you leave, you gather your compass is...
Compass quivers.
You can't really tell where you are. And the art gallery is called the Brilliant Moon. And there's a few other manors, minor holdings and that sort of thing, but you come across one that actually says Relozeros Estate.
Well, sorry, Brilliant Moon was the gallery.
Yes.
Have I heard of that?
Has he tried to rob it
I
once?
don't think you would have.
You've smuggled things to or from.
Well, I am also an artsy-fartsy man.
I'm just thinking more...
I've probably never actually been this
It's
far
a
north.
local.
I
No,
suppose,
you would
yeah.
never have been up here. Not your sort of
I
area.
stuck south.
Yeah. In the mountains, really.
Yeah.
But make a history check. Possible.
And not bad, actually. History. Yeah, 17.
You might have heard of a few artistes that have come out of Yinden Vale.
Yeah, okay.
And you're like, yeah, I reckon I have. Stroke the beard. That's quite a Yinden I'm in.
Just pondering on some Yindens.
As you're walking through the sort of center of this cluster of buildings, you notice the fountain has coins in the bottom of it. Potentially a traditional...
That's it.
Yes, a local custom, it seems.
daylight.
Yeah, are there any, is there much of a guard present? I'm feeling this is very affluent. Is it, is there guards around? Do I feel safe, or is it quite...
Is it like one of those ones
Roll
where
a
some
perception check.
manors have like guards sitting outside? Or
5?
Didn't see any guards. On a 5.
Yeah.
So you can make assumptions. Yes, but you see a signpost pointing towards Relozeros Manor.
Okay.
I'll throw...
There's a Yinden post towards the manor.
Alright,
It's the Yinden man.
Lazarus.
I'll toss a silver in the fountain.
Okay.
I'm going to use detect magic.
Okay.
Is anything?
Do I need a wish?
That's up to you.
Is it that kind of fountain?
Yep, you're flicking a coin and you get a wish.
Yeah, no. Is it like a wishing well?
You have no idea. You could ask
There's not like
a passerby.
that says a penny for you.
No.
Copper for your thoughts.
A copper for your
Ask
thoughts.
someone as they go past.
Yeah, you can make an investigation check. Just see if you can.
Good
Yindens,
sir.
Immediately walks away from you.
Excuse me, Michael the Yinden.
What a beautiful Yinden we're having. Every day is Yinden. You absolute
It's
twit.
always Yinden and Yinden Delphia.
Baby, is it?
Oh. You can't get any answers out of anyone. I don't know why.
We're just looking at it
Talk to
weird
you.
and walking away. I don't understand it.
They just see a dwarf, an orc, a drow and a daughter walking through saying, "Good evening, everybody."
Everyone's just like, tourists.
It's very yinden today, isn't it?
Why are you all talking like me? Are you making fun of my accent?
I'm not making fun of you, comrade.
Make an insight check. He's definitely making fun of you. Maybe he's just being real friendly.
16.
Oh.
Does 18 deception work?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he didn't seem facetious. He seems to be quite kind about it. He likes the sound.
Alright, up the road to the Lazarus.
Yep. Thanks, track keeper.
Saying good yinden to people, not a great way to get answers.
We just sit here going, good yinden.
Everyone just gives you a wide
Like,
berth.
you got like, yeah, there's the thing. There's the place we want to go. Good yinden. For the next 10 minutes, just sit there next to a fountain while Ricky holds this one piece of silver, deciding whether or not to throw it in.
Oh, I throw it.
Oh, good.
Did you make a wish?
I that part is I was too in my head about, so no wish was made. There's too much pressure. One wish.
Yeah.
What is a guy wish for?
Got to wish upon it.
I wish I knew what to wish for.
There you go.
Well,
Maybe
Beautiful.
you should have wished to know where Lydia is.
yeah.
So, heading up to the
Did my
Rolozaros
detect magic
estate.
pop anything near the fountain or not?
No. Heading up towards their front gates. It's one of those big bastards, like massive wrought iron, sort of elegant and huge.
Old money.
Have they got like gargoyles on like the posts?
No gargoyles, but there are guards watching the
Is it
gate.
Timothy Dalton's house from Hot Fuzz.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
George
monstrosity.
George Merchant's Manor.
That monstrosity on the wherever it is.
They're on quite a bit of land, so you can't actually see the house. That's how much land.
It's beyond the horizon.
So there's, well, it's hilly sort of terrain.
You wouldn't be able to see it, but you see there's the curvature of the earth.
See just this driveway stretching off into the distance.
Oh my! This delivery job just got real. How many days? Who knows?
14 days.
All right, you're
We are at the post. Finally.
your business.
Oh yeah, good evening, fellas. We've got a package for the Lazarus family.
A delivery from Austrian in Stonebreak.
Austin teens.
Right, paperwork or anything of. That was quick. Thank you.
You're hindered.
I pull out the flask. Can I tempt you for a yind? A quick little yind?
Little night yind.
I'm gonna yin myself, fellas.
A second meteor.
And a third and a fourth.
This one's just made of Tarasques.
A meteor swarm, but it's all terrace.
Now,
That sun has got me sweating yindens right now.
are we actually? I just.
The campaign ends with us all being lynched by laughing our heads off, angry mob.
Now, I just want to know, in game, are you actually yinding? Are you doing this yin thing to the guards?
I feel like we gotta commit.
You gotta commit to the bit, otherwise it's not
I
worth it.
think it's gone too far. We're walking back.
I would like you to make a persuasion check.
Oh boy, that's my specialty.
Specialosity.
I will. Yeah. You can
Specialosity
bash in the
by
laws.
All I did was name them Yindenberries, goddammit.
You knew what you were doing.
They named the town after the berry. It wasn't the other way around.
It's like calling a town blue or straw.
Blue Veil.
Or it could have been named the other way, like champagne.
No.
They knew
I've
what
been
they were
yinding on
doing.
this all night.
That's illogical. What's your total?
Persuasion? 14.
Ooh.
That's good. Not horrible, yeah. During a -1.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're in the right place?
Is this not the Rhinoceros matter?
It is. They normally have, to put it lightly, their usual.
Well, what we've got for them is something that the usual couriers will not be able to handle.
They're paying for their discretion.
He tries.
They're paying for Yinden. Your discretion is our discretion.
Yinden.
I tried to throw the slogan in there.
Oh, that's what you're going for. You went Yinden.
No, I wasn't calling it Yinden.
Will now be referred to
The
as
usual couriers
Yindening.
were Yinden.
This episode has to be called the Yindening.
I know Matt Mercer's pain now. You come up with one thing and it's like, oh yeah, we'll run with that.
Purlon. 2 episodes later.
Oh, okay, I get it. I
Yes,
get it.
they're paying for discretion.
And efficiency. And safe passage of the cargo.
And what were your names, sorry?
Needlebark Goods and Services.
No, your names, not...
I pull out a business card.
Does that have our names on it?
Yeah. Oh.
No, that wouldn't have your
Well,
names.
this is
just the company.
Oh, maybe.
No, each of us have our own separate ones, and I all 4 with sales associate / owner /
Every role: CEO, CFO, COO.
You seem very well prepared.
You got to be for a job
Okay.
like this, mate.
Sorry, just I don't know what you're doing, but you don't use the word Yinden like that. That's not a word. But anyway, the paperwork seems to be in order. I'll
What are the
hand that
Yinden
back.
berries then? Thank you.
They're what they use to make wines.
This is Yinden Vale.
Yeah.
Is it Yinden wine as well?
It's something, am I not coming across? Is my microphone up?
he's just like, what's the problem?
I don't understand.
Your naming
It's-
conventions.
It's Yindish wine, like it's just the area. The
Yeah,
berries.
Yindish wine, Yinden Vale.
The berries
we have
only-
Yinden, there's the Yinden lambs.
Come
Is
here.
that not
He's
how-
sort of like gets the gate open.
Merry Yindemus.
Where it? Okay. All
We're
right.
not from around here.
This phrase was very old. Lonely Planet's Guide to Yinden Vale.
It's like a brochure you just picked up in Oshran's office before you headed off.
So this is Yin Vale. The berries here only grow here. It's Yindish berries, Yindish wine.
Also, that's why you call it Yinden Vale, after the berries, the place of the...
No, the other
Vale.
way. This place is called Yinden Vale. The berries only grow in Yinden Vale. We called them Yinden berries.
But
Why
if we
not?
were to grow them elsewhere, would
Oh,
that
they'd-
make that place Yinden?
They don't grow anywhere.
Yeah,
But
they
what
did-
if we were to, plant
We're
the
getting
seed?
off topic. You've got a
Would they be
delivery.
Yinden Vale, or would they be stolen berries?
Like
You've
if we
got
go
a
to
delivery, I
Stonebrook,
Can I reach over, grab the reins, and just go,
The horse is like.
We'll be Yinden!
You see the guard just like turn and scratch his head.
What are you feeling, Yinden punk?
Dotted along
I'll
the
be
the
Yinden.
long driveway. It's probably about a full mile driveway.
Jeez.
Winding, you get to see the expanse of like the rolling hills and their vineyards that they're on. Quite a sizable estate, and it takes a little while, but you approach the sort of pull-in area of the manor.
Could anybody understand the Yinden thing? Because I am so confused now.
not really, but I don't think it matters. Just have the paperwork or whatever we have ready.
Yeah, they're the weird ones. Don't worry.
Yeah, that much I was not confused. That was very clear.
It's definitely them, not us.
They don't even get their own stupid language.
Yeah, so should we at
I was
least...
having a place after some berries.
try and pretend to be formal when we're in there, just so we don't ruin any potential future gigs?
Good Yinden, Mr. Orlov.
How about we all just be quiet except for Ricky?
Well, also, we can play it like that, but also, do you want me to inquire about the stuff I'm looking for, your books of slates, like, do you...
What are you looking for here again?
I've got a bunch of artifacts.
Oh,
Just a
nice.
list of things, yeah.
Yeah, that I...
Oh yes, we're here to deliver this and also take on the books of slate and many other things.
And a few dwarven artifacts. I mean, do we want to play it like that?
Well, then we just go rob them if they say no.
That's what he's here for.
The Yinden berries have eyes.
I mean,
Kidding.
I mean,
This plan is going to fall apart because you're going to use the term Yinden for something, and the others are like, "Yeah, I think I know what he means," but really, Yinden means run.
We're going to Yinden them, yes? Yeah, I reckon we'll Yinden them.
I reckon.
okay, 3, 2,
So we
1.
murder.
Someone runs, someone punches someone.
Sorted, and
This
then
guy
we'll
robs
worry
him, I
about
bash him with the warhammer, Ricky just runs off.
Do business.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'm happy to kind of be the salesman.
Okay.
Get down to Yindus.
Do you want me to enhance ability you?
Yes, please. What is it, Eagle or...
It's like peacocks.
Eagle Splendor.
Yeah, eagles, splendor. It should be peacock.
Should the Peacock Splendor? Absolutely.
Yep.
We're changing the name.
Yeah.
This isn't D&D.
Yep.
This is Yinden D.
It works so well.
Yungens and Yandrins. Ragged. Yin Ragged is not.
Having a stroke right now. You sound like a car trying to start.
Like a Yinder bike.
No, it's like someone's got a car trying to like, start a lawnmower. Yinden.
For the actual love.
I think you forgot to put enough petrol in your Yinden.
I think my Yinden mode is cool.
It is.
I need a new start record for my Yinden.
How does it keep being funny?
I think it gets better if anything.
Oh, just like a good Yindish wine, it gets better with age. Okay, we get that out of our system. Let's hope it's out. And yes, pulling into the front of this enormous, yes, his mansion in Hot Fuzz, just like opulence from the outside. A single-story dwelling, but you wouldn't call it a dwelling. It looks like,
It's got wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's as big as.
I'm picturing the house from The Parent Trap.
Oh, gee, that's a
picturing,
throwback I can't picture right now.
Like the Pemberley or something like that from Pride and Prejudice, or like the Gentleman, the one where the heroine girl lives.
The herring girl.
The herring one.
You know, there's the one the old mate, like Charlie Hunnam, has to go and find. She's
Oh,
addicted to
yeah,
heroin.
yeah,
She's got
I'm
like the giga-rich parents
But
who
yes.
are letting Matthew McConaughey grow weed on their property.
Yeah. Yes, quite the estate, quite the house, and you see someone waiting for you at the top of a flight of
How long
stairs.
would it have taken us to come up the driveway?
To travel about a mile,
5
5 minutes. Yeah,
Would it?
you're on cart.
Would it have been enough time for me to ritual cast detect magic?
5 minutes. So you could.
10 minutes.
10-minute one.
Okay, that's right.
So
I'd still have like 5 minutes left on mine, I guess. Wait, how long does it last again?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, so I still have 5 left on
We
mine.
like us, and then we just went straight to the game.
Yeah.
So depending on how long we were fucking around with the guard talking about Yinden stuff.
I mean,
maybe
that
You might have like 2 minutes.
That was like
2 hours ago.
That was like 2 Yindens worth of time.
I will go up to the man at the top of the stairs.
hello,
Good afternoon. I'll do a little curt bow.
an elderly human man.
Yeah. May you please show us to the drawing room and pull up some Yindish wine. We're here on business to see the Rhinoceros estate.
Your documents, sir.
Yes, brother.
Oh yes.
I'm just waiting for something.
You can just hear him thinking.
The internal. We all know what's happening. In
I'm just
there.
saying, like, his little beak trembling.
Yeah, his eyes twitching.
He's a mute.
Right.
He's not really. I don't know why I said that. I'm nervous.
Okay. Absolutely fine. That's perfectly okay, my boy. Are the rest waiting here, or are you coming inside?
Yeah, for the transaction to complete, I think we'll all need to come inside, yes.
Lovely. This way. We will have your cart sequestered. That is your desire?
Yeah, sorry, what's your name, mate?
Oh, my name, I'm Bellamy.
Bellamy?
Bellamy, yes.
Bellamy.
I tend the house and its guests. Lovely, this way. And you head through, like 10-foot high, massive oak doors, intricate and amazing glasswork in it that shimmers different lights. And let me find my... There it is. You step into the entryway, and there are not torches, just little stations where light is emitting. You're not sure how, but dotted along probably a 100-foot corridor. This is the entryway to their mansion. There
Does
are
it like break off into different rooms, or just
no.
one
This
long
is
corridor
just a
heading
long
in?
corridor.
Jesus.
It's got
foyer.
artworks and little pedestals with sculptures, all sorts of
Jeez, they're rich.
yeah.
They will
That
not
sort
enjoy it
of.
when they're old.
You see a stairwell at the end of the hallway, which branches off to left and right. You may leave your things here on this cabinet. Anything that you need dry cleaned or cleaned in any way. Leave here. If you have been travelling, we can take care of it for you.
Anyone have spare change of clothes?
Like you're all pretty filthy. You haven't had a bath for
A day, probably since
Well, yeah, we stayed in an inn
last night.
I just
I'm sure
like
we could have had baths if we wanted to.
wipe some dirt off
Laundry,
my
I
arm.
suppose, is another.
I think I'm good, mate.
okay. And he sort of like glances you up and down. This
You like what you see,
fairly,
mate?
fairly little frail butler.
I just turn to Ricky and say, prestidigitation me.
Yeah, I'll.
These are the holy robes of my own.
That's holy mud.
Holy seals in the flesh.
There's a holy spores on my body. Any clothing? Anyone leaving anything to be cleaned or
probably
looked
not.
after?
I think we're good.
Right
I
away.
assume we leave like our backpacks.
Yeah.
Like our
Yeah. Oh
stuff
yeah.
in the car.
In the cart,
Just,
absolutely.
Yeah, whatever we're wearing.
Yep. And you see a couple of young stable boys take the horse and cart away around the manor. And you head up the stairs and head to the right. There is a doorway straight ahead, left and right, that you can see now that you're up on the staircase. You head up the stairs on the right. It's all marble. It's all, you hear the footsteps echo through the chamber. There's a long runner the whole way down. But coming up the stairwell, you come into what looks like a parlour, a entertainment room, something like that. And it reflects the opulence that you've seen in that entryway. Again, 100 foot back the other way. You're pretty much at the far end of it.
Is
see-
my detect magic pinging in this room at all?
No, not in this room.
Okay.
Do make a perception check though, just in general.
Visual listening.
Sure.
9.
It's like a 2.
20. Ooh, natural.
Nice for a total.
No idea.
For a total of 20.
How very
Dirty and natural.
15.
Come here.
Oh!
Everyone, put minus yourselves.
Yeah.
Yinden varies. Big Yindens.
Do you think they keep any Yindens in here?
Many Yindens.
Surely this is going to be the main store
Several
Yinden of the Yindens.
Okay.
The Yinden parlour.
Yes.
So stepping into the parlour again, the first thing that you see as you come up the stairwell is there is a full oaken bar set with bottles and all sorts of mixers and anything you can think of. Like it's a fully stocked bar, just attended by a young man. You see couches and rugs. You see plinths with strange artifacts and weaponry. You see a big circular rug in front of one of the biggest fireplaces you've ever seen. Picture that back wall is the fireplace.
Jesus.
You need to chop down a bloody tree just to light that fire.
Yeah, and there's no fire roaring in it at the moment. It's very fine weather, but you see a pair of people sitting on couches.
I head over to the bar.
I'm going to need
No.
you three to leave the room.
Sorry? 1, 2, 3?
Yep.
Yep.
Just
Good
remember.
luck, Doctor Brother.
Doctor, father, brother.
And you can use this as a break. Go do whatever. Don't listen to it upstairs.
Oh no.
Listen to all of
Enjoy
it.
the Yinden.
Something a little bit interesting.
In the parlour.
In the parlour. Yeah. As you're walking in the hallway, coming up the stairwell, you hear the echoing of everyone's footsteps around in this place. Sort of, for some reason, is overwhelming you in a little bit of a roundabout way of putting it. Like, just the sound, it's cacophonous, like echoing,
bouncing,
marble.
Bouncing, yeah.
And then over the top of that sound, you hear at first, what sounds like a gonging.
Like a bell.
A bell of some sort pealing. And as you walk atop the stairs, turn right and start walking up there, it gets real loud. And you're sort of just like looking at everyone else. Everyone else seems pretty normal.
Yeah.
Like, you're not wanting to make a scene.
Yeah.
You're on your best behavior sort of thing. But you hear this ringing getting louder and louder. Like, just gong, gong.
Yeah.
And you're just like
What is
a little
happening?
bit panicked. Your vision goes blurry for a second, and you sort of blink and open your eyes, and you're standing in one of the most beautifully manicured graveyards that you've ever seen. Sort of, I haven't got the heat element on. Let's do it. quick. I'll do it later in there.
Yeah.
Yes, a beautifully manicured graveyard. Sort of a clouded mist, like your vision's a little bit strange. And you see gravestones. They're not all, it's not like a war memorial sort of thing. They're not all the same. In fact, every one of them is entirely different. There are plants growing around some freshly planted by the looks, some that have been growing for what seems like an age, enormous growths above them, full-grown trees.
Yeah.
And you're sort of strolling along, looking at each of these gravestones, inspecting them. There are names on some. There are no names on some.
Any I recognise or that look like different or significant or anything like that?
No, not really. You see just an assortment.
Yeah.
You'd see dwarvish names, you'd see elvish names. And it's like there's been no blip in time.
Yeah.
You're all of a sudden here and you don't really question it.
Yeah, it's like this is always where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while you're sort of thinking, what am I looking for again?
Yeah.
You see a figure tending and pruning down in front of one of the graves. A female figure. Long black hair plaited to one side. And without looking up, you hear, "So, you finally made it." And the voice sounds familiar. You don't necessarily know who it is, but there's a familiarity to that voice. It's been an interesting journey so far, hasn't it? And she finishes up pulling out some roots of a weed and putting them to the side. Stands up and dusts her hands off. And she turns and looks at you. Beautiful purple eyes. Indeterminate race, somewhere between human and elf.
Yep.
But not quite either.
Yep.
Kincaid, you've finally made it here.
Sorry, have we met?
No.
You seem so familiar, but I can't. I'm so sorry, I think I've forgotten your name.
It's, well, I've met you. Or your handiwork, at least. Here, forget how confusing it is. It's been... tell you how long since I came. So, we have much to discuss. Walk with me.
I walk with her.
A leisurely pace. She looks at everything that is in this area, and you can see there's care taken everywhere. It's like one of those super well manicured.
Yeah, like
there's not a leaf out of place.
Someone's taken a long time and effort in this garden, kind of thing.
I suppose I'll begin at the start. That would make sense. I am Kodal.
How do you spell that?
Kordall.
D-A?
Yep.
L-L.
I am Kodal. Brace your mind, shall we say. I prepare the dead for what comes after. I know what you believe you know about death, but that is not the entire picture. I can't tell you everything right now, so I know you will have questions. There are some I cannot answer, because, well, time is a little bit muddied here. I cannot tell you too much, and just know you are not dead.
Oh, that is good. Well, I mean, that is whatever, but...
Yet. We all die. So, I have a proposition. As you can see, I work hard. I do. As I know you do too.
This place is beautiful.
Thank you. There is beauty in death. There is... It begins the cycle. Do you know of the myriad?
How much do I know of him?
Yeah.
Honestly, probably nothing
Like,
at all.
never heard of, or like vaguely heard of, but like...
Might have vaguely heard of, I'd say.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know details. You would just be like, heard the term?
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I've heard the term, but I think that's about it.
Okay. So, for instance, you worship a being you call Jurgal.
The Lord of Bones. Yes.
Jurgal is one of the myriad, as am I, as are any of the deities that you would call.
So you are all of the gods of the people of Valadur.
You would call us
That
gods,
is
yes.
what the myriad are.
I am, as such, okay. I know you are going to be a part of the upcoming coterie, and your domain must be selected. I would like to choose you as my champion. There is much wrong with the world. There is. And as you're strolling past some moss-covered gravestones, artfully done, there are a few graves that are just bare dirt. They're starkly different to everything else that you see. There are some that refuse to die. Do you understand?
The undead.
Well, not only that,
And the vampires.
anything that disobeys the natural cycle, the eternal song, is discordant with these. I need a champion within the material plane to... She idly plucks some stray leaves. A champion to...
Some roses need pruning.
I knew I chose well. You will be... Let's put it this way. You're in for one hell of a ride. I cannot tell you why, but I will gift you something from my domain to help you to perform your duties. Does that make sense?
It does. My only question is, how does this sit with Jergal? I am sworn to the service of the final scribe. I am not someone who discards my oath lightly.
Notice the way that you travel, the changes that have overcome you since a scant few months ago.
It has been a big couple of months.
Don't close your mind to the idea, but I cannot tell you how that will. All I can tell you is that you can see me.
Absolutely,
Reach
I
out.
can.
And she reaches a hand down to you. As real as anything else you've ever touched. I'm not asking you to change your ways. I'm just asking you to represent me. Gal understands that he's got plenty of scribes, doesn't he? What I don't have is someone with your particular ferocity, understanding of nature and the cycle of life and death. I need somebody with a very particular set. And you are... you could change a lot. For example, I can give you this information. The cycle of life and death, you are currently in the grave. This is where folks from your world die. They're reborn as the myriad. Some myriad are chosen, one in particular, is chosen to go back to the material plane as you would call an Asimar. The last Asimar that was sent to your world has not come to the grave. That puts us in quite a difficult position. No new myriad members will be created until she follows the natural order.
When you say... Sorry, I thought the myriad were gods.
Well, we're not gods. We're beings. We have power that you would liken to gods. We are not gods. We were created ourselves.
You were created by the gods?
Well, Salimar created all. The creator.
Spell Salimar.
S-A-L?
Yep.
Little apostrophe. E with a thing above it. Apostrophe.
Accent.
M-A-R. That is a term you have heard. Salimar being the creator of all, sung all into being. The eternal song is what keeps things going, to put it in terms that you would understand.
Okay.
So for example, the Asimar have not returned to the grave. They have essentially put a halt to the eternal song. Among other folks that I'm sure you will use your judgment to send on their merry way. I'm tending their graves, I'm keeping their place clean and ready for when the time is.
Bed's warm.
Exactly. I need you to exact my will, your judgment on those that should be dead and are not. There is more to your tale, but that is what I can tell you. Do you have any questions that I could answer?
Do you... Would I have heard of Cordal?
Cordal?
Cordal, sorry.
Make a religion check.
Natural 1.
That is
Plus 4, 5.
that is so fitting.
That's so 5.
So thinking about where you were raised,
Yeah, in Bournemouth.
yeah, and at the Crystal
Yeah.
Keep,
Yeah, the Keep is the Crystal Archive.
yeah,
God's Walk Keep.
God's Walk, that's the one. At God's Walk, Jurgal reigns supreme. Hearing of any other deities that are related to death would be absolutely non-existent. So now that you're meeting this being, your understanding is it's just like your eyes kind of open for a second. You're like,
No, I thought that Jurgal did all the death stuff. You're saying there are other people, like other entities.
there are a myriad.
It makes sense. That explains the name.
We take care of all domains of life and death and anything in between. If you can think of a domain that is most likely a myriad member that oversees
And Jurgal is just one of the myriad.
it. Jurgal is a bookkeeper of the dead. He ensures that their names are recorded so that I can add them onto stones. There is no one myriad member that is greater than the other. All things are in balance. As there is one of taking the names of the dead, there is one of taking the names of those who are born. There will be sadness in your future.
That is living.
There will be great joy as well. So what do you say? You want to send me some people to fill these empty graves?
It does not sound like what you are asking of me in any way would contradict the sort of teachings that I grew up in. The Jurgal. You know, yes, he is the scribe, but he is the closing of the book, the ending.
That
And
would surprise me if...
that seems to tally with, you know, just as an accountant must put one final entry for every account in the ledger, so must a gardener eventually must prune the rose,
Eloquently
giving to
put.
its proper shape.
Yes, we work in tandem. Goals, his eyes are not far apart. My focus is on those that should die. In the natural order. No, this is probably a lot to process.
It's quite a bit. I won't lie to you, it's quite a bit. But
There is one requirement that again I cannot explain to you. It will make sense eventually. but a certain measure of trust must be used here. So, here it is. The place you are about to enter has a great many things. I know that growing the way you did, you envied for their movement, for their athleticism, their abilities. I want you to display to me that you can overcome envy with understanding. More importantly, you will be faced with a choice to take. Potentially a lot. I need you to choose not to. I need you to take only what is yours. Is that clear?
Okay. I'm tempted to take much.
If you can persuade your compatriots the same, this will be a lot simpler. It's not often that the Myriad intervene in mortal affairs, but you lot are, let's say, prone to flights of fancy, but also to a great deal of change, one of your number in particular, and I need this to be crystal clear to you.
I'm tempted to take much. Take only what belongs to us instead.
If you can do that, I will gift you with something far beyond what you could imagine others possess. Do we have a deal? And I'm not asking you to rescind Jurgal. Worry not, you can serve two of the Myriad. Your ways are your own, just I need your expertise and your position.
I cannot guarantee that they will listen, but I will do my best. I will speak to it.
Thank you.
I will do everything in my disposal to we are not, and the thought had occurred to me already that what we are as a group is, I think, still evolving, is still growing. Faced with a place like the manor, what we do not want to be is just thieves in the night.
You are wiser than your years betray. You have always been like that.
Well, total years are a bit,
Even still, comparatively, all things considered, you have taken this news better than I.
Still have many questions, but they're not in my head yet.
And I would probably not be able to answer them. Just keep things as simple as you can. And you'll be fine. We'll become closer acquainted if you can do as I ask. It's not a command. It's for your own safety. Okay. Well, we will meet again. Sooner rather than later, I'm sure. And not for the last time.
Just before you go,
Hmm.
looking around, I want to leave a friend with you. I open the lantern and take out lacrimal, one of the mushrooms. I think you would like this place.
She just sits him on her shoulder.
I kind of scritch him as I hand him over. Lacrimal.
You have a very
The collarbone. It's collarbone? I can't remember. I named them all after different ones.
a dark sense of humor. You would need it to.
Be lacrimal.
He does. I will find him a home for you.
Thank you.
And I will show you when you return next. Speak soon.
I cannot promise. I am not the final arbiter of the.
I'm going to get you to leave the room. Can you send the rest of them back in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Mm.
That was a crisp one.
Crisp one. By the way, thank you so much for being here. I hope the audio is okay. I'm trying my best to make the echo issue go away, but
I was
otherwise...
just picturing him saying a lot of yin and me laughing, which is why it took so long. Am I close?
You have no idea.
Does Kincaid go catatonic?
So, as you guys walk up the stairwell into the parlour, looking around on your 20 perception, you notice that Kincaid's sort of being a bit strange, like moving his head around a bit, you know, looking around at you guys. Nothing seems amiss. At the top of the stairwell, Viridin starts to set out towards the bar. You guys following. Kincaid crashes to the floor.
Oh, I rush over, try, you're right, man? I slap her across the face a bit.
There is no response whatsoever. He is completely unconscious.
I
as
feel
far as you can
all
tell.
along he's like totally neck.
Well, just,
Is there a pulse anywhere?
Slots and see if he's breathing.
His breath doesn't come. You're not sure whether that's because they can hold their breath for an hour and he doesn't breathe that often, or if he's not breathing. Make a medicine check. And you hear a sort of, oh,
I don't know medicine.
or total physiology.
Yeah.
You know, the two folks at the couches at the end, in front of the fireplace, sort of get up and sort of start gingerly making their way over.
Is this a normal thing that happens in here?
Hold on, medicine check.
14.
Am I doing one as well?
I mean, assist, yeah. I'm sure you would.
9.
Mine was a 1.
Oh, good.
That's why I don't know.
You're just like holding his neck. Like this.
Giving
Is
him a
this
massage.
There is... You can't find a pulse. You can't find... There's no breath coming out of him. Not sure what's happening. But he just didn't really say anything. He just sort of crashed.
Yeah.
Hold his eye open?
Sure. The eyes rolled. So you just see the whites of his bare eye.
Can I kind of ask if anyone's a healer? Or do they have a healer on site?
I'll use 5 lay on hands.
Oh, yeah, all that.
Okay. Nothing happens. His body is
Hit the floor.
lifeless from what you can tell. And the two figures come up. This is not the welcome I was hoping to give you. We will fetch a healer, Rilla, please. And his pretty counterpart heads off into one of the doors in the wall behind you. And about a minute, someone comes, in a fair hurry, coming through the doorway to sort of stand clear. Turtles. Sort of like going through, like, I think I learned about this. Like, you can see there's a process.
Been a while since he's
I'm not
seen it.
not getting a pulse at all. Has he eaten something strange?
He's just been very yin-y, but he's not eaten anything out of the norm.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
Nope.
Heart attacks do happen. What is he
Able to
normally
these things?
fit? I'm sure they have a heart.
I go around to the back and lift his tail. Oh, he's right. He does have an anus.
I suppose there's one way to make sure he's dead.
Was he ill in any way?
No, he was happy as
Larry.
Yeah.
just before, and we strolled up. No issues whatsoever. He was saying Merry Yinden to everyone in town.
Do you
Do
you have any?
Hold on. I
do you
run
have
to
any
the
raised
bar.
dead spells?
Do you have any black shell vodka?
Aye, that is an odd request. Let me see what I've got.
Make it pronto. Come on, man.
I don't have black shell, but I've got some harsher sort of.
All right, any vodka, mate. Any vodka. I grab it.
Hand you the bottle.
I get his grab him by the neck and sort of dunk his head into it.
There's no resistance. Like he's just like flop. Open the
Come
beak.
on, mate. Smell the vodka. Jurgal hasn't called for you yet.
That seems
Does
There's no coughing. There's no spluttering.
Healer? Do you have access to spells that bring back the dead?
Not on my person. There would be a healer in town, but I'm not sure we could react quickly enough. Thinking back, the mile-long.
Well, that's
Down to
otherwise we
town.
have the diamond that can do within 10 days, like on us.
Okay. Sorry.
Maybe you fetch someone a bit more qualified from town, if you please.
Master, may I? And yes, go ahead. And he trots off back down the marble hallway that you guys just came through.
Master, you Lazarus?
I am welcome to my house.
Apologies
My
for the
home?
circumstances in which we meet.
No, this is not the reception that I was hoping for.
Sorry, is he Irish or French?
More Swiss.
Okay.
I mean, not Swiss, Swedish.
Okay. You need to get more like froggy in your throat.
This is a
Lazarus.
Lazarus
From
accent.
Sweden.
Give me a second. Where is it? It should be here. No. This one. Where the hell did I write it?
Very nice.
If I remember correctly, I'm just going from memory. Asterisk. I'm Vassalor Relozorus.
Vassalor.
Vassalor, that is my name.
I lean down to Kincaid and like grab like the bottom of his beak. And how do you spell that?
We all grieve in different ways.
The healer will hopefully. He seems a little put off the fact that someone just walked up his steps and died.
Yeah.
He does retain his composure somewhat, though. The healer will be able to hopefully help him.
Well, good, because she was sort of a little bit of a part of the delivery service. We may not be able to make the delivery today, depending on whether or not you can get him back up.
Not a problem. You can stay in the manor until we find out.
All
right. Bellamy, please, can you show them to their rooms? And the elderly fella sort of comes out of nowhere. Right away, master. This way.
I'll stay in the room with Kincaid. I'll let them go.
We'd rather not leave our friend.
Understood. Not a problem.
I'd rather.
Where would you like him?
We'll prop him up in a chair.
Yeah. We wake in the Bernie's in.
That's
Put
quite
some sunnies on him.
morbid, but if that is your wish, absolutely.
Well, it's better than on the floor.
Bellamy's just like.
We're just looking up.
Thank you.
Is there still someone at the bar?
Absolutely.
Yeah, can I get a bleakness special?
Right away.
Yeah, whatever the cheapest, chunkiest dwarven ale as well for me.
Ugh.
Cheap and chunky coming up.
Do you have any Hurian scotch?
You do. Got quite a taste on you. Neat or rocks?
No, I just like it straight, mate. Just give me the bottle.
That's neat. And he mixes up these drinks while you guys drag the corpse down to the chair. Okay, introductions. Master, they are situated. Please forgive the intrusion. As you were. And Bellamy sort of backs away. You see the half-elven fella, Vassalor. He takes a seat, slicks his hair back again, and absolutely astonishing wife. Beautiful. As you would imagine. The rich.
Is she also half elf?
No, not from what you can tell. She seems human.
Who is she introduced as?
You heard briefly he mentioned her name was Rilla, but they do proper introduction.
Yep.
I am Vassalor. This is Rilla, my beauty.
Rilla.
And charmed, long black hair, fairly pale skin.
Yeah.
Looks young, looks youthful.
Yeah. Well, I'll do
How old does he look? But he's an elf.
It's
so
hard
yeah,
to
yeah,
tell.
yeah.
Half-elf.
Middle-aged, at a
200
guess.
years- 100 years old.
You have no idea, really.
I'll
But
do
you could guess.
a very deep bow, and I'm Gimrick Rocksplitter. These are my compatriots, Thuridin and Varus.
The rock split. What were your family names?
I'm Thuridin Silverbeard.
Died. Orphan.
Okay.
Your surname's Orphan?
Yep.
Right, too. Lovely to meet you all.
Well, we're here to deliver a demon heart of Olgakot.
Devil.
Please, we don't
Devil.
talk business in the first 15 minutes of drinking.
You've got Kincaid's lolling in the chair.
Well, I mean, what else are we going to
Yeah,
talk about? The doctor's on the
Well,
way.
yeah.
There's nothing more to be done for Kincaid. The drinks are being made.
Might as well just get the business.
Do we need to, like, is everyone okay to overhear about business? Do we need to send anyone out?
You are
Yeah, I imagine this is fairly
perfectly
safe.
safe.
Now, before, we hand over,
Yes.
I just want to know, what are your intentions with the devil heart?
My intentions are my own. I am a collector.
So you just want to keep it in your collection?
Without a doubt, yes.
And is that
Right,
collection
inside,
extraordinarily well guarded? 4. 10.
What was it? Inside?
Yeah.
I think that's a -2.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah, 16.
Wow.
Doesn't give anything.
He's good.
From what you get, shrewd businessman.
Yeah.
Plays things close to the chest.
And is it, where you keep all your, I guess, special items, is it well guarded?
Absolutely.
We will.
Will you be able to defend against devils themselves?
We were accosted on the road by spine devils.
And chain devils?
We believe they can track its location.
And bone devils? All for this.
So we're totally fine to give it to you. It's just to
Well,
be more.
Prepared.
I have
Come on,
guards.
with
I
you.
have safeguards
As long as you're prepared.
my. Well, would you?
I mean, some guy did just drop dead in your atrium, so are we sure?
That was
So you survived 3 devils, but not your room.
not my
Not your room.
not my doing. It
That remains to be seen.
11.
11!
good grief.
15? 15.
How do you have a -2 and rolling so well?
It's not helping.
There is no hesitation in what he says. But you must be tired.
It was only a day's ride. It wasn't too bad.
Well, make the hall your own. You have quarters, and Rilla, what's for? I think they've got some pheasants and boars. trust. So anything made special, we can accommodate.
Do you have any sort of showroom, I guess, where you display your collection?
Or at least the public-facing part of it.
Yeah.
We just like to see how well safeguarded it is where you're gonna, hold this.
He sort of slicks down his neat sort of facial hair. I can show you once this is resolved.
Oh yeah, this is Dr. Brother
Kincaid.
something else.
Grandfather.
Kincaid.
Admiral.
Well,
Tortleman.
hopefully it's not a corpse forever.
Yeah. We do have the material cost required to bring him back. It was meant for someone else, but if
I'm sure
if he
you
needs
guys
it,
also have got the
Components.
the
on hand.
components for it on hand.
yeah, but then we'd still be out of pocket.
Indeed.
Yeah, but technically they're liable because it fell in their room.
I don't know about that, but let's just let our host be as generous as he can to rectify this
Might bring OH
tragedy that has unknowingly befallen any of us.
Absolutely.
Master Lazarus, do you have any items in your collection that, I suppose, are up for sale?
No.
Inside. 10.
Oh, 22.
Absolute truth. My collection is for me to enjoy. Family have handed down some, but not for sale.
So you just buy things and collect them because why the hell not? You've got the money for it.
What else is money for? I guess.
May I be blunt?
You may.
I noticed before you recognised my family name. You
It was
may...
actually Rilla that did.
Oh, okay. I noticed
Either way.
before your wife
Yeah.
recognised my family name. You may also be aware my family has recently lost some family artifacts that we collected that were passed down, much as your own collection. And well, I'm wondering if you have come into possession of any of them.
What did you say your last?
A rock splitter from Dagwadir.
We would need to check. Not that I know, but possibly there is a lot in there. Rilla. Darling, I'm not sure if you did, but yes, we can check.
Oh, yeah, that would be very much appreciated.
You have like a list of exactly like everything.
I sure do. I can provide that list if they need it for their record keeping.
Yep. And while you're talking, drinks are delivered, like so, just unobtrusively. The drink just sort of appears in your hand, and you're sort of like,
Oh, good. I take it. I turn to Kincaid. To your health.
Rilla. One does need a sense of humour that matches the work they do, I'm sure. Was it grisly work to... Where is it, by the way?
Where's what?
The heart.
It's on our person.
We've got it in our possession, sort of, kind of, but not
It's
really.
it's in a safe space where the devils and other nefarious people cannot reach.
Well, you've kept it safe this far.
Indeedy,
No,
but
no reason to doubt that.
to retrieve it, we will still need...
Dr. Brother.
Oh,
Doctor brother.
you point to the corpse.
Yeah. Well, I imagine he's in a chair in the corner.
Yeah, just so with like his turtleneck.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just.
Some sort of liquid dripping out of his mouth.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Yes. Shall we wait? How was the travel? Just proceeds to make like polite chit chat as if there's not a corpse in the corner.
Apart from the couple devils that we had to kill tracking the heart, coming up here from Ashara was very lovely.
Fairly uneventful.
The weather pleasant.
Nice countryside.
Average.
Yeah.
Overcast. I'll ask you this. Do you collect autographs of famous persons?
Two of it.
Oh. And
Willa, surely you've heard of
The one and only.
The world's most
one
famous
of
bard.
Channing Tatum.
that squawking child. No, I am not in any interest of such a thing. Thank you.
Squawking child.
5.
You were just like besotted.
It's very fitting, roleplay wise. I'm terrible at reading.
So, do you know him personally, or
Oh, I've heard the name. I've heard his tales and his.
but you've never seen him or met him, or?
Oh, he's played here before.
Oh.
Does not.
What about the famous bard Daniel DeVito? That halfling can put on a show.
Anyway, we'll continue. There's like
Small talk.
discussion while the while you wait for the healer to go and get someone more equipped to bring someone back from the dead.
Kincaid's head just like sort of falls forward. I prop him back up in the chair.
You stuff the neck back.
Yeah, the neck is slowly slithering out more and
It's
more.
like, you know that episode of The Simpsons where like he chokes bar and his head turns into like the long thing?
Yeah, big stretchy. Yeah, after about 10-ish minutes, still waiting. Another round of drinks, basically asking about your background, like how'd you get into this line of work, that sort of stuff. It's probably not for about half an hour until the healer comes back with someone in tow. And I'm going to go get Kyle.
Okay.
Right.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh boy!
Doctor brother.
Doctor brother, father,
The
grandmother,
doctor.
Kincaid.
The doctor. What is it?
It is 8:30.
8:44.
8:40.
8:30, 8:40.
Tree fitty.
That was. And I said, "Damn it, monster! You ain't getting my tree fitting." Yes. So basically, after about half an hour of small talk, the person fetched for begins going over him like with a fine-tooth comb, sort of just like checking for common things that might get missed, and he sort of, brushes some stuff off his hands, but it doesn't come off. So, like trying to
Yeah, that's
keep clean.
Trying to filter between all the
Uh,
mushrooms.
You'll be brought up to speed. Basically, as he's like very gingerly inspecting his mouth to see what the liquid is coming out, Kincaid, you awaken. Hi!
What happened? Where are we?
We thought you were dead.
Yeah,
So
No.
you are like slumped in a chair, your head almost touching the ground, and there's a man like looking into your mouth currently. And you just sort of
I reflex chomp at
startle absolutely. Hey!
Kincaid a snapping turtle.
Yes. I just say, good for you to join us, and then I snap my fingers at the barman and point at him and say vodka.
yeah. You
We
Right.
we fetched this man to bring you back to life. To all perceptions, you were passed on. Oh, I sort of, but not really, and I got better. Lecture, what grade you have it, but
We tried. I already poured a whole bottle down your throat.
Yeah, the liquid coming out of your mouth as you come up was.
It's
You currently have 2 points of exhaustion.
Wow.
And yes, you sort of, as you get your bearings, thumping headache. You absolutely feel like you've been through the ringer and you are not feeling well. But
You're not dead?
no, 2 points of exhaustion.
Master, it appears the healer's ministrations either have worked or are needed. You may leave, sir. And the healer's sort of just like, well, you can chalk that as a win.
Might I just remark, Vassalor, that perhaps
Yes.
you should keep a more competent doctor closer at hand for yourself and your missus, should you ever need, because that was an awful long time, and if you were that sick, you're dead.
If I die, I die.
Do you have any heirs?
Shut in my head.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, I was just saying,
You
it's
were
a
out
very
for
cavalier attitude.
10 minutes, about 40 minutes.
The normal healer
it's hard to maintain.
knows what he's doing for humans. It was more just
So how's the weather? Good.
anatomy, physiology.
So how about the doves, huh?
How about that fountain?
Yeah, so thinking about it logically, a normal healer would be like, yeah, they've got healing spells if that doesn't work, CPR or something. But on a turtle, can't find a pulse. How do I CPR this?
How do I CPR?
I need a better doctor. Someone with a little more experience.
Someone with more experience, maybe a circular sword.
Welcome back to the land of the living, Kincaid, they said. I am Vassalor Ralosaurus, and my lovely wife, Rilla.
Pleased to meet you both.
Are you quite alright?
I feel like a bear shat in my head.
My.
Yes, he's.
Mate, what happened?
That's a very good question.
Were you dreaming or did you just...
That's also a very good question.
Yeah, maybe. We
Did
can find
Jogal have a chat to you about something?
That's also a very good question.
Maybe we can decompress about this later.
Perhaps give the man some
Yeah.
time to acclimatize?
Yeah.
Degunk my brain.
Nothing
lovely.
like a good degunk.
You may rest in our quarters. Set the second guest room for you. And supper will be in about...
Just before he does go, would you like the heart now?
Yeah, should we get down to business?
Or do you want it after our meal?
I'd say you said it's safe.
It's safe right now. I think it'll probably be best to give it to you in your collection where it's well guarded and all that stuff.
Disagree. Keep it safe for now. I have more of a business proposition to discuss, maybe over dinner.
Bad luck to discuss business over a meal.
After dinner, then.
Fair enough.
I enjoy the meal.
Please relax, drink whatever you need to, and food will be served. You'll hear a chime. And
Okay, violently throws up.
Press So sorry.
it's quite alright.
What did you put in those stairs?
Rilla's kind of like, it smells like mostly vodka.
I
That's fine.
try to wake him up with a lot of vodka.
Yes, I saw.
Hope you're
That
okay with that,
Should
brother.
be fine.
Absolutely. How much is... Oh, no, go on this!
No, this is from the bar.
Oh,
So you're in
yours.
a
Okay, that's alright.
you're in the parlor currently, like
right.
With a
massive
very full
fireplace. You're just like watching them have drinks and discussion, and there's a bar over in the corner.
Oh, maybe another black gel, Mr. Bartender.
Sorry, you already asked for that. We don't have
they
it.
didn't have black shell, mate, but they
I
still
gave you
got vodka.
the closest that I could.
Is that all gone?
You did pour a whole bottle.
What's the next closest you have?
This, what have I got? Half shell? Is that a brand? It's kind of that's the Jim Beam.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like,
We're down
yeah.
to bullet bourbon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the chamber that you're in is no less, luxurious than the entryway. There are still pedestals and things of beauty, things of art, things of, prestige that are hung about the place. And Bellamy comes in. Masters, you could follow me down to your rooms. We will set you up in the second wing, and you travel a ways through.
Before we head off, I want to ask the bartender where he got the Herian Scotch from.
Oh, mate.
If you know where it was
From here, yeah.
Make an intelligence check.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what Scotch is.
It packs a kick as well, and it's a taste you haven't had in a long time. Not easy to come across. Okay, the Rolozerus family are kind of the largest shipping, trading. Can you imagine where they've gotten it from?
Yeah, of course, but
From here.
Do you know where in here it was made?
Oh,
That's
specific.
what I'm asking.
Sorry.
Where it's... I know you got it from here, but where in here did you get it from here?
You would have to ask. They just tell us to populate with whatever we can get through our contacts and partners, and some just send us stuff. So whatever's on hand, I guess.
Gotcha.
But yeah, there's all sorts here. Sorry, we didn't have the black shell. Hey, you doing all right? Fair enough. Yep. Another one?
Absolutely.
Yep. So,
Maybe can I just have the bottle?
sure.
Got out the middle.
And
And a long straw.
yes, he sort of gets a stretchy straw and stretches it as long as he can. That'll fix you up. Okay. All right. See you around dinner time, I guess. And Bellamy leads you guys off down one of the wings. It's a fair walk through the house, and it's the same. Not the same. It's a similar pattern through the whole thing. Like lush, thick carpet. You see Herian glass windows. You can tell that it's one way because there's a slight darkness to it, but you'd imagine no one can see in.
Opaque.
Yep. And yes, they set you up in one of the wings, and it's got everything that any guest would need. It's got a fully furnished, bathroom and lounge room, a fireplace. It's got everything you could want. Feel free to wander. We'll meet in the dining hall at approximately 45 from now. There's no watches here. Just do that. Bit of an
That was
oversight.
going to be my question.
Yep. So, if you need anything, just crawl down the hall.
Wait, just a question, mate. What's your family name?
My family name?
Yeah.
Ethelred. You know the Ethelred family?
I'm not from here. I'm from here, so I'm not too sure about anyone from here. I know more about people from here, but not here.
Why did you ask? If I may ask?
Because you know ours. I thought it'd be polite,
Oh, lovely.
Be acquainted.
Lovely.
Yes,
lovely to meet you. And have a lovely rest. I'm sure there is hot water in the baths, so you rest and relax and clean yourselves off, and we'll see you for dinner. And he sort of heads out.
Well, Kincaid, what the crap was that?
If I knew Ricky, I would tell you.
What do you remember?
What
mate?
happened?
Dude, what do I remember?
You would remember it with clarity. Absolutely.
Was it your girl?
It's all a bit higgled in my head, but I think I need to sort it out a little bit and do some research, but the beings are taking an interest in the four of us.
Beings?
Like them celestial ones through the mask.
Like the ones that we felt looming over us?
That I do not know. I don't know.
Sorry, how do you know beings are taking an interest in us? Is it like a feeling or someone told you? Or...
More of the telling.
And did these beings tell you?
Something like that.
Do you know what the beings are?
I think I need to do some more research, but I think we just need to maybe tread carefully and think twice before we do anything rash here. And also, I need another drink.
Did they say something to you which makes you sort of reconsider your every action? Or
He goes back to the sippy straw.
He sits pensively.
Oh, it would be a salve for you right now. Absolutely what you need to get your head straight.
She didn't say anything about not being able to tell anyone or anything like that. Did I get the sense that it was like secret business? Kind of thing?
Your insights are your own, so anything you would draw from that.
I am not entirely sure. I need to sort through my memories, and I don't know if there is anything that I am not supposed to share. But I don't think that the entity I spoke to, I don't think he's not hostile. He's not like, oh, we are taking interest, you die now.
Well, I mean, they did kill you.
What kind of entity was it, though?
A nice lady with long black hair.
Did she look like Dingo's wife, Rilla? Long black hair?
No,
Just
not
the same
like
hair?
Was she a human or was she something more ethereal?
No, that's a great question. It seemed rude to ask.
What are ya?
Are you a human?
You look like a Frankster.
You're not from here, are you?
Made out of stardust.
They just don't want us to take anything from here that isn't ours.
Technically,
To
the
take
books
what
of
we came
Slater
for,
Elves.
to take what we came for, to be more than just thieves in the night.
That means
We didn't come here to steal anything.
we definitely didn't, but
It was, I mean,
All right.
also careful
was
what
like
we
a
come to.
maybe.
well,
Yeah.
we were going to talk to them about acquiring the books. Like, we weren't going to walk off with it. But
Oh yeah, that's like the only thing I can think
so
of.
things that aren't ours is technically
you had artifacts that you're looking for here, weren't you?
Yeah, and I did ask about them, but they
What was it?
said they were pretty sure they weren't, but they'd check.
is the Book of Slate technically ours since it belongs to your order.
It isn't ours, but it belongs to the keepers, to my order.
Possession is 9/10 of ownership.
Not really.
You're speaking to a thief.
I'm also skeptical if their main message was don't steal from the Lazaros estate. Is that just a condition that is that something that happens to all visitors as a scary warning?
Yeah,
Like, oh yes, the gods have an interest in you. Just don't steal from this one old rich collector. Oh.
Yeah, makes me think that maybe it was a trap.
It's a pretty good trap.
Did you walk in first, didn't you? No.
I'm gonna say I don't.
You would have been
I don't
last.
normally.
They
You were
just,
going last.
Ricky was doing the talking, so he
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
Ricky,
they
yeah.
pick the most.
It's normally
Yeah.
Handsome.
Well, maybe they picked the tallest. maybe they picked the
Visions in descending order of weight.
Did you?
or just the
Even
first
gods
one.
hate manless.
Did you lock eyes with anyone before you went, or you just?
No, I was coming up and I remember the stairs and thinking, boy, this marble is nice, and holy hell, that's a big fireplace, and then shablami, Dr. Man's looking in my face and everything tastes like vodka.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's probably what saved him.
Yeah, I
Is it a curly straw?
It can be.
Can it be one of those ones with like the glasses that he slurps and goes all around?
yeah, he's got like happy 3,000.
It's like one that he kept from Yid.
Yeah.
You know what? Yes.
Done.
3008 glasses straw straight into the vodka bottle. Love it.
I think I'm just. I'm a little bit skeptical that their main message was, hoogity boogity, do not steal from the rich collectors.
Well, I don't know if it was specifically from here, but given that we are here now, this seems like a good place to keep the, don't be too greedy thing going.
Well, we didn't steal any from here anyway. It's best to just keep our hands in our pockets and not anything
Keep
else
our noses clean.
slipping into them.
I don't know why you accuse me. I don't do that shit.
Just kill people.
No, you don't even let me do that. I don't get to have any goddamn fun.
We let you rob that bar.
Yeah.
You didn't let me do shit. I did that while you were busy punching on because Ricky had a particular problem with everyone that night.
Yes, but we didn't stop you, and that was very nice of us.
Oh yeah.
See me?
Love a good bar brawl.
How did you start that fight again? That was
Ricky
fun.
was literally just like, no, we're having a fight, and then punched Kincaid in the face.
Yeah.
And then I punched then I went to punch you but missed and punched someone else.
And then,
And it just kicked
And
off.
then a big brawl.
That was a good one.
That's like, I'm pretty sure I looked at Kincaid and I was like,
No, we're
I'm feeling
having a
like
brawl.
I'm feeling like a bar fight. And you were like, yeah. And I just
Bar
punched
fight?
you.
Ugh.
Bar fight?
Oh, that's right. It didn't work on the first try.
Yeah.
And then you got him on the second.
Yeah, you just like clanged off my shell or
Yeah.
something.
And everyone was just kind of like, whoa, what's happening? And then,
That was a bit aggressive.
but we got there.
Anyway,
Okay.
So do
I think
you?
I yeeted onto someone who punched Ronan.
Yeah.
absolutely did.
Wailed on that, like,
Just
broke his
700 kilos or whatever I am, just like body slam.
So do you have any theory about who the woman is, or you want to have a think on it?
She wasn't
My
wearing
theories have
any
theories.
icons. Symbology, anything?
Not really.
No.
Long hair.
Fairly plain garb.
Right. Well, either which way, Vassalor has a job offer for us at dinner, so
Yeah.
make yourself ready in 40 minutes.
Well, I can draw you a bath if,
And I go to my room.
if that might help.
I just go to a bath
Clear
and
your thoughts.
sit in it like Geralt.
Almost showing pickles, but not quite.
Don't we have a room each?
Oh.
Yeah. This is a wing.
Oh.
It's probably like 50 bloody
Let's
minutes.
all have a bath then. What do you...
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And when you head into your like bathrooms, there is hot water and like salts, and there's bubbles on the side if you're that way inclined. Rose petals. There's just like whatever you would like in your bath. It's probably there. So you
Are
do.
all the rooms, baths the same size?
I would say yeah.
Are any of them big enough for Kincaid, or am I going to have to like put two single beds together kind of spec?
No, you'd be able to fit. These are sizable, like big, deep cut baths.
Like a jacuzzi almost.
Like think about like a big mud bath, like one of those massive, couple meters wide.
Cool.
Yeah. So you're
Last time till dinner?
okay. You notice again.
In our room, like in the...
In the common
Yeah.
room while you're having a chat.
That's what I was going to say before, like, just be careful what we admit to, but yeah.
So we murdered.
What did he notice? What did you notice?
My little secret whisper that I haven't revealed to you yet. Because I also get secret things.
Everyone gets secrets in the Relozorus's.
So
I've got a secret.
you head down for dinner. You head through from the parlour and
Can I quickly run through everyone? I suppose Varys doesn't need to know, but which cutlery to use when?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you would have a good idea of that.
Estate, and
Mm-hmm.
please don't use the dessert.
Start
spoon
from the
for
outside. Work
starters.
your way in. Yep. And the dining hall is more ridiculous than you would have thought. So you thought the parlour was sizable, like 100-foot long parlour. This thing is probably 200, 300 wide. It's a long rectangular room with a massive, like again, another fireplace of the same sort of size on each end. And just a dining table that expands, like covers the expanse of the whole room. Each place is not set. There are some set down one end. Enough for how many?
700.
Six of you.
So we need Lord and Lady
Yep.
Relazurus.
And
Just before, are there like changes of clothes or anything inside the rooms? Like, are there
Set out
like
for
fancy garbs or anything in there?
like from what you gather, they deal with people a lot. People
What
from
kind of
all
clothes
walks.
does everyone have?
Battle stuff.
Plate.
I've got fine clothes. I don't feel like I'm already dressed alright.
I've just got.
Ricky comes out dressed to the titties in like the best outerwear, dinnerwear that you've ever seen.
Gucci suit.
Yeah. And the rest of you are just like in your dirtied up chainmail or
vestments.
Thurin's gonna like tie his hair back neatly.
Okay.
And just come in wearing the cloak because he's got nothing else that looks nice.
so nothing under the cloak. I have a feeling you would do that too.
What's green and brighty? Pickle!
I'm wearing the armour.
Okay. You haven't got fancy clothes from...
Well,
The underdog.
I don't trust these people.
Absolutely. There were no requirements made.
Yeah. Before I leave, I just want to is there in the room? I want a mud bath. Can I get a bunch of just dirt and put it in the bath?
You can probably call Bellamy.
Yeah, actually.
Anything you need, call and they will hear you down the hallway.
Yeah. Oh, can I have a mud bath?
Sure.
Really finest coming up.
Right away.
As much mud and hot water as this tub will hold, please.
Not a
Thank
problem.
you.
Is soil from outside acceptable?
Look at the soil.
Well, this is where it's a vineyard, so you'd imagine fairly...
You have a compost tip.
Oh. Would you like...
That would be perfect.
Are you trying to feed your mushrooms that are growing on you?
A little bit.
Right away.
Maybe 50-50 mix of that and the regular soil.
And he gets all this mulch and awful slop as well as mud in buckets, brings it in.
That's who I will take it from here.
And just sip it across and then get my staff and stir it like a big cauldron.
Beautiful.
Can I thaumaturgy or something to make it bubbling hot?
Mm-hmm. And Barry White starts playing.
Yeah. And I slide in and completely
roll.
submerged because I can hold my breath for an hour or whatever.
You come out 35 minutes later.
Like the Baron, what's his face, coming up out of dew, coming up out of the oil, whatever.
Oh,
it is. And when I'm in there, I just want to kind of, I don't know, do whatever the Jergal equivalent of they do the count the rosary for the Lord's Prayer or whatever kind of thing. Like a meditation, just kind of sort my brain out and try and feel even vaguely normal with 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yep.
And just kind of send up a prayer and just
Bejalostny, if you have any problems with this, which I don't think you do from the sounds of what has been asked, just give me a sign or something. Speak now or forever hold your peace kind of thing.
Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, while you're under the water. So, heading down to dinner. Mm-hmm. It's a very fancy affair. All the courses of food. Some of the things you're like, that is a flavour I've never even
Fill out my
conceived
finest
of.
mushrooms.
You spice your food. But yeah, delicious roasted meats and all that sort of stuff, as rare as you want them, and like looks, sounds, smells like they've done it off a spit somewhere. But you see the help sort of coming through the big double doors. You would assume to be the kitchens. Polite sort of dinner conversation, like Rilla asks you about, where you come from. Obviously, you're from the Drow Society of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have that right.
No elaboration.
Correct.
You would think that, yes.
Understood.
Racial profile.
Understood. Touchy subject.
It's not a nice place.
From what I've heard, would you ever go back there?
Paid me enough.
It's
Sounds
music to his ears.
He's got enough.
interesting. And they sort of like lean over and whisper to each other. How are you liking your meals?
It's delightful.
Yes, quite delicious. Thank you.
Very, very good.
Now, like, sort of after dinner's finished, aperitifs and some fine desserts. They've actually sort of handcrafted a dessert from each of your what the assumed from your home that you would expect to have in your wherever your city is. Yours comes out, and you're just like, I don't.
What do you call this? Is this that creme brulee stuff?
I assumed you would like something sweet. We tried our best. Not sure. You said you were from here?
Yeah, I'm from here, not here.
We tried to make a dessert that the Hyrians enjoy. Is it not to your liking?
Do I know what it is?
Not a clue. Something that smells kind of sweet. Will be crispy.
Know what it is?
Which region of
Probably not.
here is this from, mate?
The west closest to Faladua.
Yeah, I'm all the way past.
I mean, yes,
the
west.
massive forest, all the way on the complete other side of the continent.
My
It
apologies.
took a few years travelling from there to get to here, so I'm not too.
Would you like me to take this away?
I'll give it a shot.
Delightful. Friggin' delightful. Something sweet and creamy.
Finish
Eyes off!
Can I have some more?
And
What do I have?
after dinner, something from the turtle. We could go through this, but we could get to action as well.
You got some seaweed, right?
You got delicious kelp,
Delicious dessert sushi.
brined in vodka or something. There you go. Delicious.
Vodka brined lobster sushi. It's sweet.
And discussion sort of turns more towards business. So, in front of the big roaring fireplace, comfortably upholstered cushions and chairs and that sort of thing. You all have a scotch or whatever you would like. So, now that your party is alive, let us discuss business. You have been paid by Ostran.
Yes.
By Ostentines. Then in that case, I would love to see the goods.
Yeah, sure. Kincaid, a little guidance, if you will.
She lost me.
I'll say, you got this, Varys. Check your wink and give you a bardic inspiration as well.
We're gonna need it. 3 and then
D8.
D8.
Varys is like,
Okay, that's much better. That helps. What is that? 11, 14.
okay,
Oh wait, it's Arcana, so that's +2.
16.
16.
very nice. You are able to open it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So you just zip open space in front of them, and they're just sort of like,
Yeah, do you just hear that heartbeat instantly?
absolutely. Very relieving to hear it. You're like,
Well, like if it got stolen from in there, I would have had no idea how, and no idea how to track it, and I would have just gone, well, it's gone.
Yeah.
it was here, it's not here.
Sorry.
Have a shit one.
Can't believe I travelled all this way for nothing.
But you do immediately hear that heartbeat. Slow, as it was before. But you pull it out from the hole. Rilla's sort of... How did you... That is some magic.
Would you like to invest in the creation? We're trying to bring it to market.
We are open to discussing seed fund for our startup.
I pull out a sales brochure for later.
Slips it away.
The line.
Oh, yeah. A good sales brochure on Kanuna's keepsakes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So she has that on her person.
Just the rift and the...
And then like,
the one of one rift.
yeah, and then the,
More to come.
yeah, 20 just black shapes like TBD.
Could be yours.
Yes, that invention.
Canoes. We sell luggage and lockpicks. Yes.
And anything else that you can think of, probably.
Give us enough time.
And she's sort of like
The bottle of cock.
comes over and is like puts her head in. It's
Or that one or the other one?
solid.
Oh, sorry.
It's clay.
Is what it looks like. It's a box of some kind.
Feels very fair.
And did you have to? I have so many questions. That is incredible.
I'm not the creator, so I'm afraid I could
Oh, the brochure will
scarcely provide
explain.
answers. Maybe.
Wonderful. Well, that is quite a handy thing you have there.
Indeed it is.
Helps us keep stuff like this safe and out of the hands of wrongdoers.
I
So far.
believe my son mentioned something like this.
Your son?
The other side,
Yes.
the other half of Ostentines.
Salentine.
Oh, Salentine.
Yes.
Yes, they have
Acquired
sole
a
rights.
contract.
Yeah,
Well,
to sell it. Really.
yeah.
They have marketing rights.
A negotiable monopoly.
Yeah.
Seems a worthy investment.
Well,
The kind of deals we broke up.
Production's upscaled, it will be.
Yeah.
I can see that. True business people you are. Right. So you've pulled it sort of out and put it down, and he's like a kid at Christmas. He's just like holding this massive thing like, this is incredible.
Looking at his face, what are we seeing here? Can I insight him?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
it just like pure
Wonder, or is it like
Sure,
I'm
go for it.
so powerful now?
Finally.
Yeah, I will be able to rebuild the demon.
14.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
23.
5.
Oh, wait, no. Disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Oh.
Tired.
15.
Dang it.
Still good.
On an advantage, I rolled 2 5s. There is no filter, just like joy or everything rolled into one. Excitement. It is just like, he's just like inspecting all of the inscriptions, like the very fine runes that you see appear, the magical arcane traceries around it. Sort of like tests it, and it repels his hand in a way.
I will warn you, you might need to have a professional look over the cage that is holding it, as the previous owner was able to graft parts of the heart off without breaking the
Not
cage.
whole?
Unfortunately, it is not.
If you can see right, and I point to the aorta, whatever it was. And
Yeah. Just like a little couple of incisions.
They
They were
would-
very fine
Yeah.
cuts.
Yeah.
You wouldn't notice really.
They made some shavings off and
But obviously, we're able to break the barrier.
try to, do necromancy.
Well,
Just in
All-
the interest of full disclosure.
yeah.
all magics can be undone. That is not a surprise.
I also recommend not consuming it.
Or I'm doing the magics.
There's a
Would
lady,
not dream of it.
the lady that consumed it, turned into a bone devil.
I assume it
And
is a bone devil's heart.
Yes, per head.
Moldering away in your bag.
Didn't we leave it back at the thing?
I don't know.
If we left our backpacks
Yeah, I
at
don't
the
know.
door
Did
or
you put it in
whatever.
a jar?
No, didn't we leave it at
No, because we didn't.
Jar.
They didn't have any jars.
That's right.
I
It was
got
like
a
a
receipt.
order.
I paid for them and commissioned them, but they were like.
And
So
yeah,
where are
Oscar
you
was
keeping
like,
the-
Oscar was like, I'm gonna have like a glass blower or whatever.
So are you just keeping the
Big
jar?
scale.
The head.
So have you got the head with you?
I don't think I would have brought it. Honestly.
That's fair.
It's probably just on a shelf in the basement.
Yeah.
And he has many questions, like about where you found it, about how you got it.
Well, I don't know if that's.
I mean,
part
there's
of the
nothing
deal.
else in there anyway.
There's nothing else there. I could draw it to you for you on a map. Maybe
Yeah.
I do.
In the, well, I suppose he might have heard the same room as we heard.
And
of
we
its
told
location.
like Alf or
So,
or someone.
just so you
someone
know,
didn't
We
the,
told Ashram.
the tips would have absolutely been,
Yeah.
because he is the buyer.
Yeah, almost.
He
Yeah.
would have absolutely known about
So
it.
yeah, we got it from the.
Just more like the specifics of what you went through to get it.
Yasueri Vasudich.
In the
Bone Devil.
hidden
And
valley,
yeah, did I-
narrow valley, whatever.
Narrow.
Did I end up sending
We'll
to
go
Alf
into.
about? I don't think I have yet.
Because we're going to tell him.
Maybe when we
I think
catch up
maybe
with him.
forgot.
Yeah.
We're gonna
to
catch
do
up
it
with you when we
again,
get
so
back anyway.
When we,
So.
or did we? Oh, Flinvar. That's who we did it to.
Mm.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
who,
asked
that's who
her
we
about
sent it to. And she was like, oh, interesting. Okay.
Leave it
Thanks.
with me.
Thanks for the info.
So it's
Yeah, as long as
us
you told
for
someone.
those two and what? Bellamy in this room, and that's it?
Bellamy's nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
They give you privacy. They're
Yeah.
professional as
Okay.
you could imagine.
Bellamy's just
No,
a
just thinking.
butler.
Just thinking.
Thinking about murder.
Red rum, red rum.
Nah, more
Just
like.
thinking how many witnesses, like.
Well, no, like. I got a glass and I could swill it around and toss the liquid over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Doesn't splash on an invisible man standing behind me or anything like that.
Make a.
I don't see any guards, do you?
Are you going
I
for
could
sleight
always
of hand
detect
or?
magic and see.
No, just absolutely blatant.
Okay.
Just sitting there, the thought occurs to me, and so I just go,
Yep. No, nothing splashes into anyone behind you.
okay, yeah, just thinking out loud.
Yep. Fair.
The wine not very good? Was the
think it's
Another one!
Rilla's sort of. I heard it was a drow custom to throw the last of your wine.
You heard right.
yeah, that.
Yes, another.
Did you?
Absolutely.
Just shatter the glass right after.
Now, Vassalor, we can see that you're very excited about the conclusion of this business, but
He basically hasn't looked up from it.
Yeah.
He's just like inspecting it from.
Open up the rift and the heart comes out. Jizz.
Nice.
but did you mention earlier more business?
You wanted to hire us?
Yes. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Right. He sort of puts it down with a. It's still. So, we have a little issue with our holding in the relic hall. One of our custodians, the cleaner, went missing or never came out. And the two men that we sent in after him also never came out.
Where'd you send him off to?
In the relic hall.
So a relic has been let loose.
My assumption is that, yes.
There is
Wait,
something
what's the
in there that is
Like-
And
disappearing.
his collection.
Yeah, so like, he's got another demon heart, and the
So-
demon heart will work in his red.
Yeah, they've
in
got a big
this-
vault somewhere, and people go into it and don't come out.
Right, so people have been vanishing in your display room, basically.
Didn't you tell me about 4 hours ago that it was extraordinarily safe in your relic room and,
Oh, it's impenetrable.
and yet...
but
But-
something's
Well, this thing's trapped in
Nothing
there.
can go
Something
on.
is in there. I would assume the two men I sent in were capable.
I was just about to ask, how capable are we talking?
Very.
Could they kill a bone devil?
Not a clue.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a
But-
hard one to answer.
On a level of
On a scale of things to kill.
On a scale from
On a
level
scale-
1
yeah.
to level 20.
Yeah. Okay. How quickly does this issue need to be resolved, and what kind of pay are we talking about? Because we do also have other tasks that need to be completed. So if this needs to take a priority,
The sooner the better. Would
right?
If you
Well,
had something
obviously,
loose in the
Yeah.
display
Oh,
room
yeah.
of your house,
Well,
you
yeah,
put
but
it
especially
on
since
this-
he wants to go and put this away in
Yeah.
that room.
exactly.
Well, I think if you want to bump it up our priority list on our jobs, it will of course incur an extra fee.
Everything comes with a cost, mate.
Be compensated.
I do humbly request that we're allowed time for Kincaid to just rest a little and recover a little
Yeah.
before we take
We
on.
can deal with it tomorrow.
Is exhaustion, is it like one
Once.
level goes away
Per
every
long rest.
For a long
Yeah.
rest.
So yeah, have a long rest in that. But,
Or do you know? Can you prepare a restoration?
I can't indeed.
Because you can then get rid of it yourself.
Do you have it prepared already or not?
Or was greater restoration on level?
Or it might only be greater.
I think it might be greater.
Yeah,
I have a
I've got
feeling.
lesser restoration, one condition, one or disease.
Doesn't
if
he
you do a
have a,
condition that's blinded, deaf, and paralysed or poisoned.
We can see if his priest guy can
Yeah,
do it.
exhausted is not a condition.
Yeah, no.
But also, exhaustion is not listed in spells. It's only listed under the exhaustion. No, that's madness, isn't it? Never mind.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, lesser restoration doesn't wouldn't do it.
Does he have a cleric or someone nearby who can maybe just heal that up for you? Maybe?
Well, it's only
Have
like
you got anybody who can
Well,
use
if-
magic
if-
to
if,
cure his
um,
exhaustion?
If I had, because I mean, I assume it's kind of late. Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
So
So it
going-
has to be greater restoration as well.
Going down, so it's level 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is speed halved and disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah, you would just go back to disadvantage on ability checks tomorrow.
Yeah, which is fine. Like in combat,
Which
that
isn't
doesn't-
attacks. Yeah, it's literally just like any history or perception or.
Yeah, and that doesn't affect your saving throws, right?
No, I think saving throws. is
Ability
another-
Level
checks.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like sleep it off. You'll be pretty much fine for combat.
Yeah.
All right, I got a pick.
Alright.
All right, and well, look, I'm sure our accountant here can write up a sort of contract, but what is the price on offer?
It will depend on what you find.
If it turns out to just be like a raccoon or something, they're probably not going to give us the manner.
A raccoon that's killed two
Two extremely
qualified fighters?
Maybe they just left.
A rabies is a hell of a thing.
We can.
Well, yeah. Look, I think our other job is very pressing. We would definitely need an agreed upon amount as a minimum to ensure that this is prioritized.
risking your health, safety.
And delaying other jobs.
Did you have a look for Ricky's artifacts at all when he gave you the list? Or
I cannot.
so every single
while the relic
artifact's in
room
the
is-
same room?
Yes,
Not got it spread out on display, do you?
they are arrayed among the hall.
And you've not got like a inventory list anywhere?
In the hall.
No legit.
Well,
Everything logistical's kept in the same place.
Oversight, if I've ever had one.
That's why you always need to make copies, mate.
Do you mind if is there a room we can retire to have a discussion before we continue?
Absolutely.
And can we turn the paintings off?
Excuse me.
The paintings with eyes.
Make a insight.
Or
Do we make insight as well? Because we're watching his. Well,
You could, but at disadvantage.
Well, I mean, just did him saying the painting.
a
can I
nat
just go-
20
can I
and a
just-
14.
Insight.
Yep.
11. I'm a disadvantage anyway.
He is definitely caught flat-footed by a question.
no disrespect, but you know.
Well, not at all. You obviously very attentive. I can show you if you'd like.
Oh, that's not necessary. Just if you could point us to a room that perhaps doesn't have that feature.
Absolutely. This way. And he leads you out from the dining hall into one of the other wings. A very austere sort of room. No ornamentation, purely a desk. Overlooking a window, like looking out on the grounds. So you'd think like a study or something. You can discuss in here.
Thank you.
Sure.
Closes the door.
All right.
The paintings had eyes?
Yeah, that's why I was going to say before when we were talking about we weren't coming in here to steal, were we? I was like, gee, careful what we admit to, because when we walked in, I noticed the paintings were following us.
Well, there's like no guards around.
Yeah, so the building is the guards.
There's going to be security. You don't have this much money and not
Did
have
it
security.
seem like there was something behind the painting, like looking through eyeballs, or it was a magical
Are you fixing your teeth in the mirror?
more just magical, I think, sort of paintings. Is what I would
The painting is actually a guard holding a crossbow.
Yeah.
He shoots a painted arrow. Just.
No.
We've never seen him in action before.
Okay, but look,
Did he mention a dollar amount?
no, and that's what we came back here to
That's
discuss.
what the discussion's
He said he will pay us depending on what we find, which I think is some bullshit. So I said, since we're delaying other jobs, there's going to be a minimum fee to prioritize this job. These people are pretty rich. Yeah. I'm hoping that they just completely do not understand the value of gold.
We charge 5,000 gold for something like this?
Yeah, like I'm hoping we can go, look, as a rush job, 250 gold and stuff on top depending on what we find.
The things that we came here for.
I was going to say maybe books of slate.
Is that the
your
way to
stuff.
get the artifact?
We could ask. Well,
That is.
yeah. We don't.
I'm still sorting through the visions given to me, but
Well, didn't
that's
they?
sort of the main thrust of
Didn't the
it. When
visions say-
tempted to take much, please take only what belongs to you instead.
Have we asked him about the books of slate?
No, I don't.
Fuck,
I've
been
You
unconscious.
said no?
No, we haven't asked about
We
the
asked
books
about
like
Ricky's
yet. We
items.
asked about my items.
Right.
We wouldn't know how truthful he's being if we ask about the books and he says no. We know for a fact
Yeah.
they're in this manner.
Well, look, we could ask in lieu of monetary payment to receive the books of slate up front, and
And the book and your
if there are
artifacts.
any of my artifacts present,
That's a big ask.
a number of them, depending on how difficult
A number of them.
Well, depending on how difficult the task is.
Well, it's either
There's
that.
a number.
It's either that or he can know.
I mean, yes.
I guess
Keep
it
in mind,
is.
if it's not that, then his room with all his precious relics that he's spent probably hundreds of thousands of gold on is no longer going to be accessible.
Well, no longer accessible until he hires someone else, which he can afford. And
Yeah,
has the
but
means for. We're just here, convenient, and here now. So
Okay,
it's
so
not that much of an inconvenience.
But would you rather pay more for the Mithril Vanguard or just give a few items to us?
or how about we say
Depends how valuable they are.
how about we say our books of slate is the minimum payment
Asking
for
price.
priority rush job, and then payment can be further discussed on completion.
Yeah, I would just caution not to try and overplay.
Needle
Yeah,
goods and
yeah,
services prime.
Like, we can always come back and make another deal for something else.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
If we get thrown out of here for being greedy pieces of shit on day one, then we're going to have to break in and start trying to kill people to get this stuff.
Yeah. Okay,
Or that
so
would be my suggestion.
hypothetically, allegedly, we would.
Break and kill him.
You look around, there are no paintings that you can see.
Yeah. Okay, so are we happy to ask for books of slate?
Do you have any spell slots?
I've got plenty.
I mean, we've all got all our spells.
Yeah,
so
what do you mean?
I just used one for detect magic.
I used one for
You ritual
sending.
cast it.
Did my he ritual cast it? I used an actual thing. I don't have ritual.
Oh, you
cast
used
for
it in Yinden, didn't
Do
you?
you think
Unibel?
It would have ended just after we walked up the stairs,
the...
so I didn't notice any of the paintings like magically as we were walking in.
I don't know if it would inform the
I'm just
decision.
imagining he's got like people
Maybe.
behind the walls, just like watching. And he's like hired like 100 people just to sit behind these paintings and watch everyone go
Do you
through.
want to enhance ability?
Flinvar was the
God,
magic
mysticism theology.
Yeah, and she
I don't
didn't
know if
she didn't
it
know a
would-
lot about it.
I don't know if it would affect the decision, but the being that appeared to me said that she was called Cordal, and I was wondering if you could
Cordal.
send Kordall.
Can
I was
I
wondering if we could
like check to see if that rings a bell?
KOR.
DALL.
In your exploits, I would say you would not have heard that name.
Okay,
But do
do
you
you
have
have
a
a
I've
source
gone
on
through the whole
maybe
library in the thing.
Flynn
I can ask her.
It's
yeah,
a
I can
very
ask her right now.
niche sort of. He was at disadvantage thinking of the name.
Do
But
you have a spell slot to enhance ability me for when we go back out to discussions? Would that be alright?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I will cast Sending to Flynnbar.
okay.
I'll say, good evening, Flynnbar. Have you ever heard of an entity who goes by the name of Cordal?
One of the myriad.
One of the myriad.
Tell us, if you have, tell us what you know about the good, bad.
Any information would be appreciated.
Oh, hi. Cordal. Allow me time to look into my notes, but yes, I have heard that name. The Custodian of Death.
That's ominous.
If you need more, we can speak in person. So obviously it has more information, but limited by...
Yeah, it needs to go and check Wikipedia.
So what was it? Something. What was Custodian of Death?
I'm still sorting it out in my head.
All right. Well, I'll pass that on. I'll say, Flynnbar knows her by the Custodian of Death. But she's gonna do more research.
What she said. I'm
Yeah.
still sorting it out in my head, but
Maybe when we're back in
a
a
being appeared to me and asked me to help her. She said she had been waiting for me. That she was one of the myriad, which is sort of what all of the gods and all the beings along those lines are. And that she works hand in hand with Jergal, and she looks after. She's the custodian of death, making sure the cycle of life and death happens as it should, and there are people out in this world that are disrupting that are not where they should be. They have thrown off the cycle, and you got to prune the weeds when they grow where they're not supposed to.
Like
and
gosh,
that's
sheepish.
what she wants. Well, I don't know. Yes. She didn't mention them specifically, but
But
she wants me to
thinking
help.
about it,
Yeah. But very much along those lines. And she said that.
Okay, well, this is a lot more serious than I thought.
She said that.
Sounds like another job to me.
Yeah, she said that she wanted me to help her with that, which kind of makes sense.
So there's some guys who are meant to be dead but aren't dead, and she wants us to go and make them actually dead.
I think me kind of specifically, but
That
yes.
sounds like a job for us.
Does that mean that the
We
ones
kill
being
things.
taken
All the time. That's all we do.
It's not about thing.
does that mean the people whose attention we've come to are,
Are they other
The
custodians?
myriad.
I'm still not clear if it's all of us to a bunch of them, all of us just to her,
Yeah.
just me to her. I think it was
The
sort
Custodian of
more
Death is very your thing.
and working hand in hand with Shergal. He is sort of the accountant.
Yeah.
She is more like the gardener that does the actual pruning. He sort of records what roses were pruned and planted and whatnot. And yeah, her one requirement was to choose understanding, and when tempted to take much, to take only what belongs to you instead. Not a command, just a request.
Okay.
I sort of feel like if a god asks you to do something and it doesn't seem super obviously sinister and sort of already aligned with your values,
Probably worth doing.
Or it's a perfect disguise for an evil act.
when someone asks you if you're a god, Rick, you'll say yes.
Who's Rick?
Rick? Who's the...
No. Ray.
Ray, yeah.
Know that because How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You've seen Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, it's just the quote is in
Specifically,
How
yeah.
I Met Your Mother. Ray.
Okay.
When someone asks.
you for a god, you say yes.
Okay. Let's deal with this thing first. And we'll talk about working with a myriad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given that it
Depends
happened
what it
here and now, and she specifically sort of said,
Yeah. Let's go out
"Oh,
there.
you're finally here," I feel like it's probably going to be relevant in the
Yeah.
near future. Keep it in mind.
Okay. So if you enhance ability me, I'll go out there and negotiate
Bingo.
books of slate.
Your abilities are enhanced.
Thank you.
You
Alright.
have the Peacock's Wow.
Nice.
So it was the Books of Slate as the standard asking price, and then
What is it?
TBD on the
Yes.
Peacock's Wow.
If we're happy with that.
Yep. Go for it.
All right. I exit the room.
With your plumage.
Ask.
All wow.
Wow.
Let's first ask about the Book of Slate.
By the way,
Nah, they're not got it.
while that beautiful interaction was being had, fantastic work. I just read a note on the top of my page. It just says forbidden toothpaste.
All right.
The most forbidden.
I was just like,
What?
oh, right. Beautiful.
All right.
Go for it.
Thank you for that, Vassalor.
You're welcome.
We've come to an agreement that the terms of the initial acceptance of this job and making it our priority immediately would be the provision of the books of slate back to the brothers and keepers of the books.
Back to their rightful owners, the keepers of the Crystal Archive.
And then
He says very obviously being a keeper of the Crystal Archive
Yeah.
in his robes, and like before we went back out, I got the big book that has property of keepers of the Crystal Archive on the front,
Yeah.
like, you know.
And then we are happy then to agree to the terms that, depending on what we find in there and how it is dealt with, payment can be discussed after the fact.
That is one of my relics. As far as I can.
Well, one of your relics, one of the relics that was stolen and just mysteriously ended up here.
Rilla sort of looks at him.
Yeah. We are not trying to accuse you of any ill will or shady business practices. Something is has happened to be in your property that the keepers of the crystalline tower.
Crystal
What
Archive.
is it? Crystal Archive. The keepers of the Crystal Archive.
Keepers of the Marble House.
Yeah, it is very valuable to them in a much grander sense of money. It is a holy relic, a very religious text, something very important
for us.
Yeah, to not only their culture but their faith.
And
Are you one of them?
Absolutely, I have no Crystal Archive at him.
What does that look like?
Just turns
He
into
knows.
Well, yeah, just like, you know, open, like show him, like, so I've got the, you know, Kincaid's Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
And, like on the, like the shield, which I don't know if I would have brought, but, you know, let's say I did.
Either way.
Because
Yeah.
you bring shields to dinner, right?
Yeah.
It's got like the big symbol of like the order.
Yeah. The
Like,
big skull
on it,
with
and
a.
then like around, like take like out of his robes, he's got like the like pewter, like the, you know, holy symbol again of Jurgal and etc. etc.
it is a small price to pay
My
for something
library
that
card,
is.
my passport, you know.
Make a persuasion check, and I will give you advantage.
I already have it from the spell.
It's a small price to pay for something that is rightfully his.
Oh my god, 2 4s.
Oh, wow.
Or a total of 10. Wow. But that's just horrendous.
Yep.
I would much rather a gold price.
If you had something of your possession that was stolen and then sold to who knows how many people and you wound up to find it, would you not feel like you deserved to have it? Because it was yours and it was stolen from you?
If it was bought from me, I would buy it. If it was stolen from me, I would pay to have it retrieved.
Pay with services such as cleaning out vaults, maybe?
I see your logic, but gold price.
I mean, we would rather that holy cultural relics weren't taken from us, but you know.
Do you not think it belongs
I
with the crystal
paid
skull
for it,
king?
as far
Think
as
of
I'm
the
aware.
philanthropic benefits that your family and business.
How much did you pay for it?
I would have to look at the
Too bad.
Which
no
I'm
one
guessing
gets
you
to that.
keep in the
I was just gonna
same
say
room.
ballpark.
there are a lot of relics in there. I couldn't tell you off the
It
top
was
of my
mostly
head.
set up for a joke, don't worry about it.
Okay. Are we at an impasse?
I think it's a small price to pay for
I'm
making
willing-
sure the rest of your relics don't get destroyed in there.
I'm willing to pay the price, just not the relic.
What if the price was the price of the relic and then we're just cutting out the middleman?
So you base the price of the relic, we pay you for the relic.
You give us that much.
Transaction's already been made, we get the relic.
I'll get you to roll a persuasion check. Flat.
17 plus 3, dirty 20.
As loath as I am to part with it, I see your point. You are the rightful owner.
We do
You-
not
you-
ask out of greed.
It's the right thing to do. I know you know it in your heart.
You are-
You're a good man, Basible.
It's like, have you been following all this stuff about the relics of Tutankhamun? And, you know, they should be not in the British Museum, but this is the sort of thing.
Yes,
We'll have an
of course.
opportunity.
To be fair, I will say the international section of the British Museum in London is a hell of a trip. It is pretty good seeing all these unique things in one place.
Getting
So I
quick
understand your
before
collection.
Getting quick before the UK grows a conscience.
Just like, ooh. Okay. Rilla sort of like.
Holy hell.
Rilla does not do that. Rilla just hi.
Heavenly, like it.
Very noble of you, husband.
It's most gracious.
And
Does Rilla seem sincere with like everything that she does?
inside, if you would like.
16.
10.
She doesn't seem insincere, that's for sure. She seems supportive.
I'm not saying she's a gold digger,
Oh yeah,
but he's definitely not broke.
this is true.
So we're agreed.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll deal with it tomorrow.
I spit on my hand and hold it out.
He sort of like recoils.
Well, yeah. Right up a contract.
That is more my speed. So, in payment for whatever it is.
Clearing out. Did we talk
Still just
about...
holding the hand out.
Absolutely.
Just slowly
So I know that I know that
onto the floor.
It's not a small amount of spit.
Yeah.
God, that is embarrassing.
And they can't confirm it.
Definitely takes the quill and is
I
just.
just pat Maris on the back. We'll get it next time.
It's too much.
I've not his nice new
If they were
cloak.
way too
Just sneeze and spit on your shoe.
like if they were way too scared to part with one relic, they're not going to part with all of mine as well.
What were they again?
It is.
But like, where did they come from? So that's why I want
things
them.
or something.
They were stolen from my family.
That's the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a 2 kilo nugget of unknown material, the very first mithril ingot stamped.
I didn't say nothing.
stamped with the family crest, a mithril locket, a pickaxe, a winged helm, a chisel, a tankard, and a bunch of money.
Cool.
And a crown.
Couple things.
Does the crown have the family crest as well?
Probably.
It's the crown of an enemy.
Even better.
Can I, like, just as I'm writing it up, say, no, I'm just putting in here that depending on the difficulty of the whatever in the vault, that there may be further negotiations about the items that Ricky asked for. Not binding, just as a...
Negotiation.
Just, you know, pursuant on agreement to all parties, the items as listed in Article 17 may also be part of...
His signing would be for a gold value, would be the afterthought. Like, considering how hard the fight would be, potentially, a gold compensation or something.
So it's books plus maybe gold is what he's willing to agree to.
Yes.
It's pretty much a guaranteed maybe gold, just depending on what.
So if we stomp them, I'm gonna hit everyone with the hammer. So we come out just like,
And if they have surveillance.
if that's surveillance, they should know exactly what it is anyway.
Correct.
True, good point.
All right.
Alright. Well,
Let's do this.
gentlemen, to bed for
Books plus maybe
29:30.
plus maybe gold.
Books plus gold, dependent
Yeah.
on what.
Gold is, dependent on difficulty.
Books guaranteed, gold.
A value will be discussed.
Gold is incentive bonus.
Yeah.
Gold is based on
Survival.
a PR multiplier.
Yeah.
Spot on. And with you lot heading to bed in Rolozaros Manor.
Yeah, just before we do. Can
I just
take-
want to look at all the paintings as I'm walking through and just like poke the eyes.
Like, it's a normal painting.
I like lift it and look behind.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
I don't know.
They're, for the most part, affixed to the walls. A couple of them are loosey-goosey. But from what you're gathering, from what Ricky's told you, you assume ones that might be affixed for a reason.
Hey Varys, can you say anything here?
I swap it over to the guys of minute seeing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking for though. 2 10s. We've got a couple of doubles.
Yeah.
2 4s of
2 5s on my end.
So 12.
On a 12? Yeah.
Is that a painting stuck to a wall?
The painting is definitely like affixed to the wall fairly well.
Yep, she's on there. Real good.
Yeah.
Now, Ricky, we're going outside. It's sword fighting time.
If you would like to, sure.
I want to trade. We must.
I'm just gonna cast detect magic as well and just like look at the paintings. Like, are they
Nothing magical comes from the paintings.
very bizarre?
On your way outside to sword fight, Bellamy is sort of, we have an exercise hall downstairs if you are at all interested.
Yeah, sure. Might as well give it a look.
So it leads you downstairs. The room that you come into is a gigantic cellar.
Cool.
Just barrels and bottles and crates and all this sort of stuff stacked away. And he leads you off corridor to the left and straight ahead. And there's an exercise hall with the door exiting, and yeah, just mats and training dummies and all sorts of stuff around the place.
Yeah, cool.
So you can have at it.
How are we doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. We're still working on it, like, yes, more or less, like... Yeah, for the sake of time, just, I don't know, call it, like, both of our AC is like, oh no, what's yours?
13.
13. Alright, well, yeah, let's just say we both strip off, like, the shirts or whatever, so then it's just 10 plus Jags.
Shirts and rugs?
So
Or
Strip off.
Alright, so yeah, but mine's, yeah, alright, so mine's 13.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if that's alright.
Yeah. So you're shirtless. Here's armor.
Yeah.
That's a 5, so that...
That's a 4.
Alright, so we both... 14.
8.
I score one
gets
against...
one.
16.
Nat 20.
Woo!
I knock one into
Yeah, I'd say you win that one.
Yep, the point sort of you've been given rapiers for fencing and
Big V.
get a square point on him.
V.
Can't be in the chest here.
Aris was here.
You're not used to such a delicate sort of blade. Yeah, good training.
Well, of course.
Well, yeah.
What is this?
Bullshit. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, we can work on something.
We'll do it. And then yeah, all right, that's it. To bed.
To bed.
And we'll end the session there.
Yeah, sure.
We'll pick up next. No,
We off next week?
I am in Queensland.
Next week. Okay.
Should we level up while we're away?
No, sir.
Dang it! I can't believe making a delivery wasn't level up worthy. Damn.
The last one was.
I guess.
But
that was like it was a bit of a journey. It wasn't just a 1 day ride through wine country.
That was what a
strenuous journey.
beautiful. Thank you for playing, boys. Good fun.
For DMing.
No whackers, and thank you for watching, folks. Hopefully the audio's a little bit better. We'll be out next week, but the following week
Should be back.
we'll check it.
Yeah,
but,
following week I might be out.
Oh, how could you do this?
see if we can sort out a Saturday, or
Saturday.
we'll try and
How long
try and
are
do
you
it.
working for?
Friday to Sunday, which is a bummer, but
Did it just to ruin
for a wedding. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Hit that follow button. Get on out here. Righto.
Be happy to. Ready to work. I don't sound like Yoda, do I? Ready to work. Ready to work. Ready to work. Okay.